So, after a hard-fought battle to prevent both the Daybreak Society and the Harbingers from apparently summoning a new god, the party abducted council member William McKinnon, father to party member Emrys McKinnon. Morgaine volunteered to stay back with the rest of the injured council members, as did his former adventuring companions, Nameless and Penjeko. Leon, the werewolf man that was one of the few survivors in the Pax Tavern attack, asked if he could join the party in their interrogation of William, to which Sonny reluctantly accepted. Sneaking the unconscious council member out of the palace was easy, after some smart thinking on Ember's part and wrapping him up in a peacock cloak to magically dissuade anyone from investigating. The party swiftly made their way to Emrys' house, where Mr. McKinnon was bound to a chair in his own wine cellar. After attempting to hide the truth from Emrys, he finally relented and informed Emrys that not only did he never see Emrys as his own son, but in fact called for the assassination attempt on him that had occurred weeks prior. Additionally, through coercion of shattered wine bottles, William told the party that he didn't know much about the Harbingers, save for two of their names, Toliman and Arcturus. He claimed that he only went along with the ritual plot to help preserve the safety of the country against the impending threat of lycanthropy. According to him, Ivre was probably attempting to use the Krobin teleportation sigil as a quick way to get to Miraine, or Miraine, which I actually like the pronunciation better after Lawrence pronounced it that way.
Nice.
where he had visited previously, but William was mainly kept in the dark. Partway through the interrogation, Sonny heard a knocking on the front door, and heading up to investigate, Shaw saw a shorter man with a skeletal wolf's mask standing on the porch, who, after he was let in, revealed himself to be Dorrick Proudsmith, former member of the party before deserting the party after the Pax Tavern attack. During the end of the interrogation, Dorrick successfully threatened William, promising to hunt him down if he ever showed his face again. And Emrys, following that up, made sure to remind his father that not only would he always be his son, that William would have to bear the pain of having an embarrassment for his son before leaving him in the basement. Emrys went upstairs to talk with his sister, while the rest of the party told Dorrick about their adventures while he was gone. Emrys' sister Kaylee didn't hear much of the interrogation, but after Emrys told her the truth about his father and what he had done, she asked if it was all right to stay the night at Sonny and Emrys' place. The party soon started making their way to their various places of rest for the night, and we will follow Ember and Lawrence as you walk the near silent streets of Tano in the early hours. The world is yours.
So, knowing you probably won't want to talk about this, but are you... I know you're not all right, and I'm wondering if there's anything that I can do to maybe help you.
What could you do? I mean...
Truthfully, I don't really know anything right now, but I want to help.
Well, I want to help, but you can't help, so... No.
How do you know I can't help?
Because you just told me.
Well, I don't know how to because I don't know where you're hurting.
I died, Lawrence. I died, and I came back. And then we just had to move on like nothing happened. Eh? We brought to this town, this place. I fucking hate this place. The whole town. I fucking hate it. And we brought here because we had to, whatever, I don't care. And I died, and then we stayed here. And then I had to go play their game. I had to go mingle with the people who fucked my life up from the beginning. The rich, who fucked them. We had to go save them, save the town. Whatever, the moon blew up, stuff happened. And I was dead. And I don't know if am I still dead? Is this real? It's not. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I would certainly be scared too.
I'm not scared.
Then
I've seen, it's probably better to be dead. I don't know what I am.
maybe talking will help figure that out. You know, I know back in the olden days of my life, not so long ago, I just I had so many problems keeping everything inside, and it took a long time for me to begin to open up, but others helped to bear the burdens that I was going through, and I care a lot about you, and I just want to help. I know I've said that before, and you don't have to do anything, but maybe talking will make you feel better.
So you're perfect now. What you're saying, because you talk to somebody and you're fixed. You're just.
Gods no, but
And
I'm
what's the
better.
point?
Nothing.
If it's not gonna fix me, why should I do it?
It won't fix you fully. Nothing will, from my experience. But
And what's the point?
we have to find that. Everyone has their own.
Oh, what? I don't want the half measure. I don't want something that makes me kind of feel okay. I just. You know what makes me feel good? Imbo takes up a bit of the wine he still holds in his hand. This feels good. I don't remember why I'm hurting when I get this, okay? That's a fix. Until I wake up next morning. Even that isn't enough.
Then. So then. All right. Can I try something then?
Fine, yes.
You do what you want to do. And if you want, I'll happily drink alongside you tonight. We can have a lovely time. And in the morning, when you're feeling like garbage, I can sit by you if you want to complain about how shit you're feeling. I can try to bring you food, water, can massage you if you want. Maybe that'll make you feel better for the rest of the day.
The day, exactly. Just the day. That's all it is.
Well,
I'm
I
not
can
gonna do
do that the
anything
next
beyond
day
the
too.
day. Just forever? Is that momentary pleasures? Is that all life is? Is that all that's gonna make me feel good? Just I have to just, do stuff every single I can. I have to work to make myself not feel like garbage.
Unfortunately, yes. But
It's not fair.
the satisfaction work, I've seen the satisfaction in your eyes when you do something that you've worked hard for and it pays off.
I shouldn't have to work hard. Feel good about myself.
So then what should you have to do to feel good about yourself?
I don't know.
This is quite the predicament.
I don't know if I ever felt good about myself. I don't know if I have a baseline here.
There was never any time in your life that you felt like you had a really, really solid reason to wake up in the morning?
Yes. Make enough money so me and my mother wouldn't die. That's not happiness.
It's something the way I'm looking at it. You care deeply for your mother.
Well, she's gone. Didn't work. Still died.
She doesn't have to be gone from your life. Sure, she's in the afterlife and you've seen her, and I think that's incredible. And I think there are still ways that you can make her part of your life. You know, pray to her. Maybe she'll listen, maybe she won't. Visit her grave.
I
Think
did that.
about how proud she would be of you.
Oh, I know all that. I saw her. When I was
Have
dead.
you told me that before?
I don't know. I've been drunk a lot recently. I saw her when I died briefly. Well, I think it was her. Who knows?
Wait, sorry, say that again. I couldn't hear you over the dogs barking.
Goddamn Tano dogs. I met my mom while I was dead. We talked. The
And
first time in a year she could hear me. When I died. That's how to get in contact.
yeah. Well, I'm sorry it took that long. But I'm still glad that you were able to see her, even through unfavorable circumstances.
I guess it was nice, but that doesn't change the fact that I had to die to get a good moment.
Yeah. And then everything after that, or not everything, but it seems like the majority after that has been a struggle for you.
Something like that, yes.
Well, I suppose all I can say is I'm sorry that you've been struggling. I'm sorry that it took me this long to really confront you on it. And if you are interested, I did mean what I said about making the morning hangover a little less shit.
Lawrence, don't try to fix me. It's gonna end up ruining you.
Still, I want to try.
I'm a corruption, okay? Anything that touches me gets corrupted. You've met the people I've grew up with here. You've seen the effect I have.
Is that you? The way you've described living in Tano, I I struggle to believe any negative qualities that you see on them is more life itself around these parts than you. And even if it is you, at least partly, mostly, whatever you want to call it, that doesn't have to haunt you for the rest of your life.
Why not? Why shouldn't it? Seems
Because
like something I probably deserve.
something you deserve.
Yes.
Amber, do you realize how many people you've helped? I mean, sure, it's hard to see because of all the everything, all of the shitstorms surrounding it, but we're probably, it seems like we're preventing a genocide here, and you're a very big part of that. We brought power back to the people of Snowtooth. We saved those miners all those months ago. I'm sure countless other people we've helped, and you've been very part of that. And
Why do you
even
think
if
I did that? Out of some sort of noble, I don't know, sense of duty?
somewhere deep
Empathy?
inside, yes, I think you did. You're not a sociopath, Ember.
Eh. If I knew what that word meant, maybe. That was a joke, David, yes. Well, that was as a group, and most of the time, other people made a decision of saving those people. I was just tagged along mostly for self. That's what I've done personally. I left a friend here in Tano, knocked out, and left her to the hands of a gruesome gang leader who would probably have killed her. Ellie got lucky and didn't get killed, but I knocked her out and left her to die simply because I wanted money. I left everyone I ever loved in this town without saying goodbye because I was a coward. I ran. I've run from everything my entire life, the second I could. I've been looking for a way to get out of this group for weeks. The second we started heading towards Tano, I tried to find a reason to leave. Just never could. I'm too much of a coward to leave this place to.
I don't think you're a coward. I think you're immortal. Sure, you want to do all this. You want to be worth something to yourself, to others, to people you respect. And I can tell you, you are worth something to a lot of people, myself included. And I know you won't listen to that, but I'll damn well say it anyway. All this, I don't know, it seems like you're just looking for reasons to, I don't know, to criticize yourself. Like all of these imperfections that you see just glowing in darkness, like they're the only things that you can see.
Why do you think I constructed Ember Delight? Persona, the name, whatever. I needed something to protect myself from the deeply broken, sad, pathetic creature beneath. Simon, if you want to name it. That's why I created Ember Delight. Because Ember Delight wasn't a mortal. Full of bravado and confidence and everything I wanted, everything I lacked. And so I created Ember. Made sure that nothing ever got through into the terrible, sad little broken psyche of myself. But facade's broken. It's not enough anymore. I'm not enough anymore. Myself, even. I, I'm not Ember Delight anymore. I can't be.
Maybe I'm trying not to I'm trying not to judge your life, not judge your life. I'm trying not to tell you what to do. I don't think that's what you need. I don't think it's what you want. But maybe that inability to keep Ember Delight at the forefront could be a good thing. Since I don't. His whole purpose is to be uh, not broken. And yes, the person inside is broken. You're hurting. You hurt a lot. But I don't think anybody's expecting you to not be broken.
I expect that.
Can I ask you why? Why there's some sort of need to feel like you're all put together?
Because I never was. It's an ideal, something to strive for, something that tells me I'm bigger. This terrible place I grew up from, that growth from someone who might not be actually able to grow. It's a lie I tell myself to feel better.
Well, seems like we are almost out of Tano. Will you feel a little bit safer putting your guard down once we're out? Because to me, it seems like such an exhausting way to live, to try to not let anybody see all the flaws.
Why do people need to see my flaws?
Because it's
What's the point?
exhausting hiding them.
And what's the alternative? Isn't it
Hmm?
also exhausting? Have people look at your flaws, to having to deal with your flaws?
It is. But once they're dealt with, they're suddenly not so powerful.
I just kind of feel like I'm running away again when we're leaving Tano.
Then maybe we shouldn't leave, immediately at least.
Oh,
You have things that you need to do here. I think those take priority.
God, I do.
What do you need?
Well, first of all, it's probably a smart idea to stick around to make sure that those council fuckers don't fuck up. No. And
You know,
yeah,
I don't want to interrupt the next thing, but I also don't want to move on from that quite yet. There's a bit to unpack there. It seems like you wanting to make sure that the council, that the government of Tano actually does its fucking job, makes it seem like you care a hell of a lot about the people of this city. Even after all of the wrong and hurt that you've suffered from it.
I don't want there to be another me. I don't want anybody to feel like I did when growing up. I want to shield them from having to become this.
I
And
think
that
it's a very noble cause to try to prevent the unnecessary suffering of the innocent and the common folk. But even with that statement, you're putting yourself down, Ember. Sorry, should I even use that name? I know we're in private. I don't know what to do here.
I don't know, if I'm
I'm
honest.
so. Alright, then fuck it. Even with that statement, you're putting yourself down, Simon. Sure, you might have flaws. You might be fucked up in so many ways, but you're not fucked up in every way.
There was a lot of swears in that pep talk.
Sorry about that.
I liked it.
Nice. I rescind my apologies.
How do you do it?
How do I do what?
I don't know much about what you did in your past. I assume at some point I will get that story. But now I have enough to deal with myself. It's clear there's stuff you've been going through. You were you went through a religious crisis just a couple of weeks ago. And you said yourself you have overcome your own flaws. How? How did you do that?
Well,
How did you become a good man?
let me just clarify. I am far, far, far from a flawless man. Gods, I killed a man. I killed a man tonight, Ember, when I didn't have to, but I was so fucking scared that I just ended a man's life. But I continue the day because I know that it would be selfish of me to give up. Because I know that my life and all the wrongdoings that I've done are at the very least balanced out by all the good I've done. And I'm only able to do that good because some really great people have helped me to overcome the terrible things that I did, the terrible things that I continue to do and make atonement for.
So, it's a numbers game. I just have to make the good outweigh the bad.
Not necessarily, more so just accepting that there's bad that you're gonna do.
Shit, I like the first option.
If you like it more, stick with it.
Yes, I think I will.
There's no one solution. Everybody
I don't-
has their own journey, their own path.
You gotta see how annoying that is. There's no one solution.
I can see how it would be annoying when you're trying to find a solution. But
So,
it's also what makes mortals so amazing. We all have our different paths.
so I just fake it until I make it, huh? Just pretend to be a good person who's okay with themselves until one day I believe it.
If that's the way that you want to go, I say go for it. But there's many different ways that you can go about it. I don't think that's the best way, but if that's the way that you choose, then that's the one that you choose.
Um, when I stole the gold from Galinda, ran, I never expected to actually make it far. This wasn't like a great escape. I fully expected to be caught at the city limit with all the gold, and just she ended it for me right then and there. And back then, I was okay with that. Mama just died, and there's really nothing else to live for. So I just, thought that would be a good way to end it. Somebody who had balls enough to steal from Galinda. Yes, I would have got killed for it, but it would have been a local legend, something to remember me by. But I got away, and I kept just getting away. I just kept somehow moving on. And I met you guys, mostly accidentally, but then we just keep just getting away with it. To survive, we somehow did good. I never intended to do good. That was nothing I saw for myself. We did good. And I don't know how exactly I want to move on from whatever this is I am. But I think I'm gonna stay on the path we have taken. Keep moving on, keep doing good, keep surviving somehow. It seems to be working for me.
Although admittedly, seemed like it started working a little bit less recently after, the whole you dying thing.
I'm here now.
You are, and I'm glad
I
you
made
are.
it. Somehow.
Somehow.
This helped.
I'm glad. And this doesn't have to be the end of you talking about all this. I sure as hell know I'm going to tell you about my past.
Oh, yeah.
But that's a story for another night.
Oh, trust me, I haven't just put up all my trauma in a little bow and it's done. There's still some stuff here I've just decided to
Oh, absolutely.
push it to the side for the moment as... If anything, I'm a practical person, let's put it that way. Moving forward is something I'm good at, but for once it might actually be healthy. Somewhat.
I sure hope so.
And, by the way, you shouldn't take you killing a person as hard as you do. You, some things are necessary. Uncomfortable but necessary. Okay?
Yeah.
I killed Evray. I probably didn't have to do that either. I made a decision at the moment. And that decision ended with death. It's that simple. What we do, we don't get to have time to think of the consequences when we do things. We don't have time to think of the emotional implications on ourselves. We do something or people die. If you hadn't made this split decision today, God knows how many people would have died. Okay? To keep moving forward. Always. Moving forward.
It's good to hear that from you, to be honest.
Yeah, we'll pay back. You gave a pretty good pep talk too. So.
I'm glad. Say, I could use a little something to eat if the tavern is still serving food. Would you want to join me?
Yes, I think I will.
Very nice. Let's eat then.
Yes.
And they walk into the tavern together.
With that,
Yeah.
wow.
Whew, Jesus.
And they kiss and they smooch and then
The slow burn is still going on. You
The
can't
slow burn
focus.
is gonna keep on going, homies.
Wow.
Well, first
The
off,
last
10,000
session,
words.
we'll have the first kiss. Not a moment before.
first point of order, both of you give yourself a point of inspiration.
Hey,
My gift to you. And you walk
I'm
the...
out of breath. Give me a second.
The two of you make the walk from the entry gates of the White Feather District, expounding great wisdom between the two of you, and by the end of your talk, you walk up on the entryway to L'Epole Lambine Tavern. And you walk inside. It is very late. It is about probably 2 a.m. You see the bartender passed out drunk on the bar. There appears to be some prepped food out already. Kind of like a self-serve buffet of various things. If you want to grab a bite, you can.
Let's take some.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a bowl of various food items. And then
This
in
is getting a bit cool. The shrimp, it's a little overcooked, but
I can't believe
it's comforting to come back after such an eventful night to have some nice warm food. Is there anything you
To
do?
save the town, we're allowed to carbo load.
Yeah. Is there anything specific you were doing while you eat before bed, or no?
I will say that seeing the bartender sleeping and all
Yep.
that, Lawrence, like before they start eating, but as they like grab the food, he'll like whisper over to Simon saying, "Hey, so you want to eat this in my room so we don't wake the bartender?"
That's fine with me.
Wonderful.
Good
Let's go
courtesy,
upstairs.
To remember who the fuck Simon was.
I was there for a second. It's me.
Who the fuck is Simon?
Oh god,
Who
yes, that
is Simon?
I wrote that name down.
Speak up the stairs slowly. The bartender does not wake up, and you enter Lawrence's room and have a very wonderful takeout-style dinner. And
So I just want to say, Ember
Lawrence
has
is-
not drinking anything from the wine since they had that talk. Just put
Super
it down.
sly.
Now.
Lawrence is eating his meal on, I assume it's a wooden floor. He is sitting crisscross applesauce.
or there's a bed, there's a desk, with a stool if someone wants to eat on there. But both of you can eat on the floor. Up to you.
Eating on the floor, I feel. That's cute.
Fuck yeah.
That's cute.
It's a question.
Uh-oh.
Where is Ember sleeping after you have finished eating?
That is a great question, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
On the floor, silly. That's cute.
He is sleeping in his own room.
No.
You are the
Oh.
worst human being in this planet. Why would you do this? Why
I'm
would you
about to
do
flip
this?
this hammock. God damn it.
Does Lawrence try and persuade Ember at all?
Sway.
No,
I'm
he
just
does
trying to
not.
ship us right now.
Probably not. All right, I will
No.
respect your
Wait,
decision.
It's not
just
the
a little
time. It's
cold.
It
It's
is
not
not
the
time.
not
not
Can't
time.
speed
Look.
up this slow burn, man.
You're
It's-
telling me
Listen,
they
if you-
like they've held hands like once.
They have.
What's your problem?
To be fair, they have been on a date before.
Yeah, they went
So
on
They
true.
held
But was
hands
it like
once.
was it a date or was it like like buds doing
Ugh.
bud
I'm just-
things like
It
going
was
on a
I'm
two
just
date? You
gonna
know.
my pink
Two
lemonade and
bros
shut
sitting
up.
in a hot tub eating dinner.
This was also like a part of Ember's like full mental breakdown, so it was really a bit of a weird
It's
thing.
very true.
Yeah.
Where's that one Tumblr post that's like, dude, like, bro, I just want to kiss you, bro. Like, sorry, don't go find it. Hold on.
I will say, as Ember leaves to his own room, he does reach up and give Lawrence a peck on the cheek.
Oh.
You see
Night and
Ember. You see Lawrence like just kind of glow a little bit, blush a little bit, just like aw.
And
And he
then
says
Ember
good
goes to
night.
sleep. Yes. We made the fans happy now.
We made the fans happy.
Thanks for the fan
That was fan
service.
service.
Literally fan service. Okay, Sunny, Emrys, and Kaylee, who is technically me. Is there any special nighttime activities you guys are doing, or is it like 3
She's not
a.m.?
you. She's Emrys' sister.
No.
So true.
I feel like
It's like 3 a.m. Are you
Em-
just like going to bed immediately?
No, we're having
Emrys is
a slumber party. Oh shit.
Emrys is gonna like. Do we even have a guest room?
Yes, I have my old room.
Do we?
Yes, we do. Yes.
Okay,
This
okay. I
used to be
remember now.
this used to be my parents' house. I wouldn't be surprised if, it would be weird if it was just that room and then no other room for me to sleep in when I was younger.
Someone
make it
made a
very
map of
complete.
the house.
Yeah.
We did. I
that
just
is
forgot about
funny.
it.
That's actually funny.
I made it in The Sims.
I made it in The Sims. We co-helped.
We co-helped.
We co-helped.
Yeah, there's the guest room.
Guest room, one
Yeah.
Sunny's little childhood bedroom. Period.
So Emrys and Sunny, you sleep together in the main room. Kaylee sleeps in the guest room. How quickly do you guys get to sleep?
It's scary.
The answer is we lay down quickly. The answer for sleep is not quickly for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I was about
Does-
to say,
Mind your
Sunny wouldn't have
business.
gone. Yeah, none of your business, weirdo. Anyways, I
Not
feel like Sunny would have stayed up with Emrys and he wouldn't have brought it up if Emrys hadn't. But he's kind of doing comfort pats and cuddling.
Yeah, Emrys does not bring it up. They're he'll be friendly and stuff, and then the second Kaylee's in bed, he's like, okay. And then he's immediately quiet, and then they settle for bed.
Yeah, I assume.
Does Emrys and Sunny actually get any rest? Would you say?
If
Ooh.
Emrys goes to sleep, Sunny will go to sleep. He stays up until Emrys goes to sleep. If Emrys doesn't go to sleep, then he stays up.
I mean, they're both laying down. I feel like Emrys would get a fitful sleep.
Then in that case, once everyone is asleep, everyone can take a long rest. However, Emrys, you do take 1 point of exhaustion, as you do
Okay.
not get a very good sleep. Lawrence and
So true.
Ember, how would you guys say your sleep is?
Ember
pretty
probably
normal.
has the best sleep in at least a couple of weeks.
Okay.
Not in that sense.
Oh,
stop it.
my
heard that.
sleep is
I
just
heard
not
the
the
giggle.
best when I'm not cuddling with my homies. Oh.
No, I was gonna be mean and say good for you, but I didn't.
Well, it's
no, I
okay
did.
because at least
Fuck
one,
you.
one of these people are
Once
getting
we do
cuddled, and
cut
the
to
other one is
morning-
sleeping in a cold bed by themselves. So
I will say though, once we cut to morning, relatively early, Lawrence will knock on
Get there.
on
We'll get there.
Simon's door. Yeah, we will get there.
Wait,
Get there.
can I have
Oh, what,
I
whose
should have brought
door?
this up. I should have brought this up
Song's door?
earlier. I have
Yeah,
a
go for it.
question.
Go for it.
In between sessions, can I change my background? Because I'm not a noble anymore. Nobody likes me. I'm not saying we do it now. It
Yeah,
just
we can
popped into my
discuss
head, and I
that.
know I'm gonna
We
forget
can
it.
definitely
Okay,
discuss that.
okay.
The only thing it would change would
Because
be
nobody likes me.
That's not. You're still a noble. You still have a noble background.
The feature literally is people are inclined to think the best of you. You are welcome in high society. This is
That is-
not reality.
That's very fair. Yes, we will look at changing that because I might have some
Okay,
ideas.
okay.
So
Ooh,
good call.
okay.
Thank you for letting me know. As you all
Yeah, I just thought about it.
as you all make your way into the realm of sleep, either easily or with some difficulty, all of you, Morgaine and Dorrick included, have the same dream.
Oh.
You kind of blurrily rouse yourself into consciousness, and you're sitting in a boat, a wooden, tiny rowboat. And it's just you. There's no one else.
Okay, I was just about to ask that.
There is nothing except water surrounding you all the way out to the horizon. And it's nighttime, but not quite. There's no stars, There's no moon. Just a purely black sky. Not a single splotch of anything in it. The water is perfectly calm. And way out on the distance, way out, almost at the horizon, you see another boat. And as you pick up the oars to try and row towards it, it feels like you're rowing through syrup. And it doesn't seem like you're making any progress. After what feels like hours, days, maybe even weeks of rowing, and you're finally at the point where you can just barely make out a figure sitting in the boat with a fishing rod out into the water. And they raise their hand to kind of gesture to you, and you wake up.
Oh,
Sword.
boy.
Anyways, I
that
think
was
it's really funny
ominous.
anytime Moss hears sorry, I almost called you by your government name, I guess. Anytime Moss hears fishing, fish, boat, water, like I love them just gasping.
So cruel that Ember wasn't also involved.
Listen,
in that.
I was literally in the
Fish,
ocean today, and I was like, damn.
fish.
I was
I love
like,
fishing.
oh my god, you're so mean to me. I was in the ocean, and we didn't put on an anchor, and so the boat was drifting. And I'm like, wow, this would be such a fucked up nightmare to have. It's like the boat just keeps drifting from me. And then you started saying the dream. It's like, oh my, oh great heavens.
Good heavens, my days.
Please, dare I say, Lord.
I love dream sequences.
You wake up.
Me too.
Everyone wakes up from that dream at about the exact same time, regardless of when you went to bed. Lawrence, are you praying?
Yes, I am.
Make your spirituality check for me, please.
Yes, sir.
Did you rate a day? Did you rate a day?
I got a
I
21.
hate you.
Yes. All right.
Yeah, I did
Oh my god.
Then
wrong.
I will meet you in the Whispers channel.
No, it's okay because I can keep everybody entertained by just singing the song.
Howdy.
So you pray, and your amulet, your little necklace of remembrance, grows quite warm, and you know this time you've done it. Shall?
Of course I do.
Voice, incredibly familiar, comes to you. Hey, Lawrence.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Do I recognize this voice? Can I make a check for it?
No need, because this
Oh,
is the voice of Ember Delight.
fuck yeah.
Why do you reach out to me?
I don't know.
Us know.
Maybe I think it's because you were in my thoughts when I was praying.
Do you even know who you're praying to?
Not in particular. I know he once was the god of the graves.
What was lost? You know.
You're talking about dying.
Yes, yeah.
So then you're like Ember's psyche, but before he died.
He lost wind. Stayed behind in this domain. Can't travel here without losing something. It looks like I'm one of the freshest ones. So, I haven't lost anything quite yet. About myself, I mean.
Sorry, I'm just writing this all down. Okay. So then, this place, this is where the parts of people that are lost, I guess, or that people shed.
You can say dead.
So, but Ember's not dead.
You is not dead. The Ember that is speaking to you right now is. Using. I know. But I have faith that you will learn in time. And selected you, you must know.
What do you mean you hand selected me?
Someone has to take up the mantle.
The mantle of what? This place? The dead?
The answer. The freshest souls don't have the connection required to go across all of this distance.
Can you at least tell me? This isn't the first time I've come here, but it feels like every time I try to, I'm always grasping at straws. Can you give me some sort of anything to try to come here again? I don't want to feel like I'm rushing these conversations, trying to glean as much as I can before I know I won't come back for a little while again.
Thing anymore. It's within yourself. I said with time, I trust you will understand.
All right then. In that case, I'll trust I will understand as well. Is there anything else that you'd like to tell me?
Yes. This goes kind of cold.
Well, shit. I have so many more questions than answers. Thanks for that.
Perfect. That's my purpose here as the DM. And if you would like, you can swap one level from cleric into fighter if you so choose.
Fuck yeah.
Shit.
You don't have to-
I actually
You don't have to do it right
can
now.
it. Okay, but I can like save this. So hypothetically, next time, or like, shit, I don't know. Because right now, if I drop a fighter level, I'll lose multi attack.
You can.
But I'll also get third level spells.
You can change your level. You can swap your level whenever you want.
Okay.
Yes, this is fully a choice that Lawrence is making. So it's whatever you want. Okay. Because you'll still stay at the same base power of the same overall level. It's just swapping whatever Lawrence wants to focus on at the time. But I will bring you back into the table if you're ready.
I am ready.
All right.
Oh, well. Yeah, that's true. I'm not actually going to stop. Well. Look who comes crawling back. Did you have a good decision? Did you have a good discussion with God?
Yeah.
So
Damn.
Fantastic.
we'll bring in the PNGs back.
We're just practicing a mean girl routine.
Oh, actually, before we
Yeah,
start,
we were
I'm gonna go feed the cat. I need to feed baby.
Oh, you should have done that before, actually. Okay, so then we'll take a like a 2-3 minute break because I need to refill my water bottle.
Okie dokie.
So
Okay.
Yeah, I bet you drink out of a water bottle. Little hydrated boy. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you drink water?
Mhm.
That's so
I bet you drink water out of a
lame.
bottle. What a loser.
Yeah, imagine not drinking pink
Hydrated.
lemonade. Imagine not drinking
Just-
So
pink
true.
lemonade.
You just die of dehydration like a cool person.
Yeah. Yeah, like a
Yeah.
normal cool person.
You wanna?
I think we
you know
bullied them
what?
out of here.
You know what I just
I
realized?
think it's just us.
Mhm.
I've seen 6 Barbie movies this week. That's
You
what's
did.
wrong with
Fuck.
Did
me.
you watch Princess and the
That's what's
Pauper?
wrong
Did you
with
watch
me.
Princess and the Pauper?
I did, and I had to explain
Yes,
to
I
them
love
what the
that
word
one.
pauper means.
I watched the
Oh my
actual Barbie
gosh.
movie yesterday. So good.
See,
No, don't spoil it.
my
Actually,
my
tell me how it went.
my
It's so
sisters
good.
brought 2 of their friends.
I
Oh
want to
my
watch
god,
it
I'm so
tomorrow.
good and get sad. My sisters brought 2 of their friends with us on the vacation, and all of them are going to see the Barbie movie in theaters tomorrow while we're out deep sea fishing.
Oh.
And so they're like, we're on a Barbie movie marathon. I'm like, okay, guys. Oh my god, we have seen so many. I did not realize until now how many we've seen.
There's a lot of Barbie movies. My
We've seen
friend, Carolina, she
Mhm.
has a bunch of Barbie movies that are in Portuguese because her parents, like, when they lived in Brazil, her parents got like a bunch of like bootleg, like pirated Barbie films that have been ripped on CDs, like kind of like how my dad did it. Because I owned a bunch of Barbie movies, but the case was in Arabic, but the whole movie was in
Oh,
English.
no. We literally saw
Okay.
Barbie Fairytopia 1 and 2
Oh
and 3.
I don't
yeah.
like
We
Fairytopia.
saw
I hate
Princess and the
Fairytopia.
Pauper. We saw
I like Princess and the Pauper.
It's very
what's
good.
Diamond Castle.
Diamond
We
Castle's good.
saw
My favorite
Barbie
Barbie movie was
Island Princess
Rapunzel.
or something.
Rapunzel was good
Yes,
too.
Rapunzel is the weasel, and I keep telling
Oh,
them they need to
gosh.
watch it to see the
me.
weasel. I keep telling them they have to watch it. I didn't realize how
So good.
fucked up Barbie movie animals are. They're so scary.
They are
Mhm.
ugly.
everyone finished with Barbie and ready for D&D.
Yeah, I'm
never
gonna
finished
put
with Barbie,
one
but I'm
gif
ready
of
for
Bibble
D&D.
in the chat, and then I'll be good.
No, not
Lawrence
Bibble.
opens Ember's store, and it turns out he's not Lawrence. He's Barbie.
Jesus.
Barbie can be whatever. Barbie
I
can be
feel
whatever
like
she wants to
I
be,
feel
and so
like
she's an ex-soldier.
Ember and Bibble have the same energy. I feel.
How dare you? How dare you?
Wow.
That is a hate crime.
After he gave you so much fan service, wow.
Ivray
It's
is
not
actually
enough,
I'm not wrong.
actually.
I'm not
from
wrong. I'm
Princess and
not
the Pauper.
wrong.
So true.
Plus, I just poured my heart out in the scene, and this is the thanks I get. This is the payment I get.
But his whole and bussy into there.
Listen, Bibble has a girlfriend in the third movie, and it's a slow burn.
Yeah, sure.
Girlfriend?
You guys will fight the whatever these things are.
No, we're
eventually.
not fighting Bibble.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will.
We're not fighting Bibble.
Okay.
That's the next stream. It's those things.
Lawrence,
Okay.
Lawrence, you come out of your prayer feeling different, and you walk over to Ember's room. Is that correct, from what I remember?
After just like I don't know, like 10 minutes of just like sitting there and like contemplating. Yeah, he'll like slowly get up and make his way over to Ember's room.
Hear a knock on the door.
5 more minutes.
I'm gonna like gently see if it's locked or not.
Or is it locked?
Yeah, it's Tano. He's not gonna leave a door unlocked.
That's a good fucking
True.
point.
It's locked.
All right, I'll be out here.
Yeah.
Are you out there, meaning just standing outside of his door, or are you going down for breakfast?
No, he's going to sit down outside his door. He's
I
not
see.
a-
Okay,
he's not
yeah.
a fucking idiot.
No, of course. What a fool I was to assume that he would stand instead of sitting.
I
Very
feel
well
like
then.
20 minutes later, Ember's gonna like
Oh,
wake up.
absolutely.
All right. At this time, you see Lawrence, while you're sitting out there, 10 minutes go by. You see Morgaine and Song come out of a room a little ways down and make their way past you guys to the dining area. Morgaine, do you say anything? Oh yes, it's confusing. We have a player playing two characters right now. Dorrick and Morgaine are played by the same person. And I don't have tokens ready to swap between them on a dime.
Let's see. Oh, hey, good morning. Everything good?
Yeah, I think so. Although I must admit, I did have a very strange. Is vision the right word? I went to a different plane. I think I conversed with what I think was. I don't know. It's so confusing. I spoke with someone who was Ember, but also wasn't Ember.
Morgaine will just like look to Song, make eye contact, and look back at Lawrence and just say, "That sounds like a crazy dream." Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I don't really think it's a dream, but hey, I mean that's just me.
Oh, like magic stuff.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I don't think I know anything about weird visions and other realms and stuff like that. I just know how to, sing songs and
That's
do
okay.
stuff, and magic comes out.
You're damn good at singing songs and doing stuff and making magic come out.
Oh, thank you.
Of course.
Well, Song and I are gonna go get breakfast, and then I think I have to go talk to the council people again.
All right. I'll. How long do you think you'll be down there?
Oh, for a while.
All right. If I don't say hello, feel free to leave. But I'm gonna talk to Ember, see if he also wants to join.
Alrighty then.
Enjoy breakfast.
I will try. And Morgaine will take Song's hand and go downstairs.
Evening bar, head downstairs for breakfast. And I forgot to kill the night ambience and put on some city ambience.
Oh my god. Tasha just made the worst sound ever.
Is she okay?
Just made like a sound. That was not a cat
Hissing.
noise.
What is that? What is that noise?
She has her mouse. Sorry for interrupting. Go ahead.
You eventually force yourself out of bed, and Lawrence, you see the door click open with Ember standing in the doorway.
I say, good morning. I know you said you wouldn't pick up the drink, but I still wanted to let you know if there's anything you want me to do, or if you just want to hang out, I will be happy to.
We just get breakfast?
Sure.
Hey. Yeah, I was gonna get breakfast anyway.
You don't have to right now. I just wanted to give you the option.
Were you sitting outside my door?
No. That would be weird if I was.
Inside check, obviously.
Yeah, go ahead. Insight check on Ember and deception check from Lawrence.
Okay, fuck yeah.
22.
7.
He's a fibbin.
Why did you stay outside my door for a while I was still sleeping?
Well, I was worried that if you opened the door and saw that I wasn't here, that you would think I'm not interested in anything, in seeing you, speaking to you. So then I just decided that I should just wait out here.
I would have assumed you'd gone down for breakfast, like a normal person would.
I'm realizing every day that I'm not very normal.
Are you okay? I feel like I was the one who had a mental breakdown yesterday.
Think I'm all right. I think I may have spoken to some part of you that's not with you anymore.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What?
So it's a little bit hard to hear. Can we talk about this in one of our rooms?
You just get in my room and say what the fuck you mean.
All right. So he sits down and he says, "So you know how I usually try to meditate and communicate with the god of the grave, right? I'm usually trying to reach out to him, trying to figure out what happened, figure out how I can best fulfill the duties of that faith."
Sure.
Okay. So I did that and I reached out to, I don't know, I have so many unanswered questions. I think I reached out to some plane of, I don't know, I spoke with someone who looked like you, but
Nope.
describe and acted similar to you, but not really.
I'll be clear, Lawrence.
Yeah.
This was just all in your head, like listening. You were just hearing this voice in your head. You didn't see anything.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right. So scratch that. I didn't see anything. I made that up. And, but
My
I
God,
heard.
stop lying.
I heard. So I heard a voice that sounded exactly like yours, and sounded like he was some version of you, but I don't know. He said he's the part of you that you lost when you died.
I lost a part of myself?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
The voice said so.
The voice said so. He sounded like you. He said he was in. He said that when you died, he was what stayed behind in what he called this domain. and he said he was one of the freshest ones. Whatever the hell that means.
I don't feel a part of me is missing. If we went through yesterday, all the bad stuff's still there.
I think he said something about like, all right, he made very clear that you are not dead, but he's the ember that is, I think.
But I'm not dead.
Yeah, you're not dead, but there's a part of you that is, I think. Again, this is all very, very unclear.
What else did the voice say? I mean, did it say why it contacted you? And,
I
not me?
no, he didn't mention anything about that. I assumed that I was just the one that, since I'm trying to reach the god of the grave, maybe I reached out to some, I don't know, some place where some part of you that you said you saw the afterlife, didn't you?
Yeah.
Maybe there's a part of you that's still there. Or not really a part of you, but some version of you that's still there in the afterlife or something similar. And I accidentally reached that instead of the god that I was trying to contact.
Are you sure it was me and not, something pretending to be me?
Nope, not sure.
Okay. Okay.
Sure of anything.
This is weird news to get.
Yeah,
I mean, was this a dream you had, or was this a? Well, are you sure it's real? Like you didn't just have a really vivid dream? 'Cause that happens. I had one.
yes,
Happened.
I would like to hear about this, but I I'm pretty sure this wasn't a dream. I felt my locket grow warm when I entered, and when I left, it grew cold again. That signifies some sort of magic.
So a part of me is missing.
I don't entirely know.
Well, somebody's out there calling themselves Ember the Light, and that's a trademark issue.
Hmm.
Does this seem like a kind of thing we need to worry about, or is this, seem more of the, shit happens kind of thing?
Um, I think this falls more on the shit happens side of the spectrum. I don't
Okay.
see how there's really anything that we can do about this, since every time I have one of these visions, whatever you want to call them, I try to probe, I try to ask questions and figure out what's going on, but every time it's I feel like I learn so little compared to how much I figure out I don't know.
Okay. Oh, breakfast?
Sounds good. Oh, there's also Morgaine and Song planning on visiting the council today.
Oh God. Oh, I feel like we have to go with them.
All right then. We'll meet them at breakfast.
Yeah.
Let's go down. Oh, excuse me. Let's go down to the main room, the main tavern floor, and you see Emrys and Sunny. Did you guys make your way to the tavern, you think, after you woke up?
I feel like probably.
Okay. assume so. Where's Kaylee? Would you say?
Emrys would go check on her, unless you're asking me to decide where she goes.
Yeah. I mean, she slept at your house, so I would assume
Mhm.
either she's staying at the house or she's wandering the city or is with you currently.
God knows she's not wandering the city without a chaperone.
We can say she stayed home.
Yeah, we'll just say she stayed home.
Okay. So
Mhm.
you, Lawrence and Ember, you walk down and you see everyone of the party already down there, including Dorrick and Leon. So there's a
Fantastic.
full
That means
crew.
Patron gets to voice two people.
It does indeed.
Hey, I think that Dorrick and Morrigan should have a conversation together.
They seem like they have a lot in common.
Say Dorrick and Morrigan, while the party was away, introduced each other and talked already.
Oh no, Dorrick has a cold. He can't talk.
Convenient. Yeah, I'll say. Oh, wait, Spencer, I had a question.
Yep.
How do you mark exhaustion on D&D Beyond? I cannot find it.
It's going to be under conditions. Click conditions.
Oh, okay.
And then you can mark levels of exhaustion at the bottom.
Okay, thank you so much. Could not find it.
So, who starts talking first?
Not I.
RP
Dorrick
session.
and Morrigan, of course.
Not me while I'm tiredly
No,
sipping. I don't
Sonny's
know.
kind of like got his arm around Emrys, kind of like, you know, I don't know how to explain it, but you know when you're EP and like, no, this is not a universal. Never mind. Whatever. Fuck it.
Is
Am I allowed
Sunny?
to day drink? Are
is-
there?
Who's gonna
Why are
stop
you
you?
day drinking?
Who's gonna stop
No,
you?
Sonny's
Me?
not gonna.
Emrys,
Why
we
not?
stole so
Sonny's gonna
much
stop
wine.
you.
So
Guys,
much wine.
yeah, you guys literally have a bag of holding. I think like
Wine is
2/3
for the
full.
PM, Emrys. Wine is for the
Wine.
PM.
I was gonna say Emrys goes to order
You're not
some
like
like
this
free
beast.
beverage, and Sunny stops him, and he's just like,
How about we all eat something first before we get down to business?
Sounds like a great idea.
Yes.
Breakfast, which is scrambled eggs with roasted bell peppers and rice and cheese and yummy other vegetables.
Rice for breakfast. Num num num. I love rice.
Oh, that's great.
I love rice.
I'll make sure to feed a little bit of food to No Name.
I thought you were gonna say Ember.
Him too.
Here you go,
Damn.
Ember.
Here comes the airplane.
Like,
Whoa.
What's an
You ruined
airplane?
it. You ruined it. You ruined it. It's so over. It's so over.
Here comes the dragon.
And Song kind of whispers into your ear and says, "This is a lot of people. Are you friends with them all?"
Well, I'm on friendly terms with all of them. Although the short gnome guy, I just kind of met him today. Although the others talked about him a little.
Okay. I haven't met you before. Small gnome man, according to my boyfriend. I'm Song.
Oh, nice to meet you. I believe I heard a little bit from. I think it was Nameless. Nameless.
It's one of your party members, isn't it, Morgan?
Oh, God, you really forced me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're so evil.
the dragonborn with the antlers. They're the one that likes to. They like to talk a lot.
They tape their antlers on. It's kind of funny.
What do you mean?
What? Well, you haven't seen their antlers.
They're growing out of their head. Yeah.
No, I'm not
What do you mean?
Next time you take a look.
I don't know what you mean, but sure.
It's in the channel. What's going
Ryan,
on?
what the fuck is
Stay
happening?
focused. Mind your own business. Stay focused.
I'm trying not to
focused.
make an audible laugh while this is going.
All of your guys' plans today. I heard you had an eventful night yesterday.
Something like that.
Quite eventful. Yeah.
I mean, the moon blew up.
Ah, you don't need to say it any louder than that.
Everyone can see it.
No, they can't. It's daytime out, and there's probably
Shit,
a
it
good
is.
portion of people that don't know.
I forgot some people not awake at night. Shit, okay.
I mean, at
They're
least
gonna
there's
find out anyway.
At
They
least
better
there's
tonight,
find
one
yes.
other. I mean, at least there's one other moon.
Would the fractured moon still be revolving around? That'd still be coming up, even though
Yep.
it's, you know what? Okay.
And in fact, all the fragments of the exploded moon are dispersing slowly into a ring formation around the planet.
I was about to
Okay.
say we should still be able to see debris.
It's on the opposite side of the planet right now.
True.
You might start seeing debris during the daytime in maybe like a couple weeks.
So what you're saying is somebody on one of the unnamed continents are freaking out right now.
Oh yeah. The people on
Don't-
Didronos are seeing like a quarter moon in the daytime morning, and it's just shattered. The Rutar is just they're not having a good morning.
Good morning, moon. Ah!
Dork will softly clear his throat and just say, perhaps we should talk about the information we gathered last night and what we should do next.
Well, what we know, there's an evil cult who seeks to destroy, well, at least this side of the cult seek to destroy all beast folks, but who knows if that's their final goal. This just seems to be the racial catalyst.
Leon's gonna kind of speak up and say, Dorrick, shouldn't we be talking in a more private area?
I was just going to suggest that perhaps we can move things perhaps outside where people here and in other places can't hear us.
Everyone keeps moving me around when you tell secret stuff. Let's just, you talk to a dead version of me. There's a cult. Come on, let's just talk.
Okay.
I think we can handle that in the
I mean, I don't-
wagon.
Hey, just
Wagon.
outside.
The
I literally
Who just
just
said the wagon in a
outside.
panicked voice?
No, that was
Get out money.
Wagon.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I've made a few adjustments to the wagon. You'll find it quite comfortable now.
Fine, let's talk in the wagon.
You guys wrap up your breakfast, or take your breakfast with you if you haven't finished.
Sipping a hot beverage and then cough.
Wow, I'm so glad I got to eat in the smell of my breakfast this morning.
Okay, you guys have had like 10 minutes to start eating while Lawrence and Ember were like having their discussion upstairs.
10 minutes.
10
I
whole
thought we
minutes.
should
You,
eat
My coffee
Eat
is
together
not
as a
drink.
family.
you guys can stay. I mean, I'm just the DM. I'm the storyteller.
No.
It's up to you guys.
Well, we finish breakfast and then we go.
Very well. You go outside and you see the wagon that you have not seen in about a week now, since the attack on the Pax Tavern and Dorrick absconding with it. It doesn't look much different, except the back It's now completely covered. Instead of just like a normal covered wagon, both the front and the ends are now completely wooded up. And there is a door on the back that looks like it has a padlock on it and is completely covered in vines around the padlock.
Like metal inlaid vines.
Yes.
Fancy.
Dorrick will approach the door and he will grasp the handle of the door, and the vines around the handle will glow soft green, and you'll hear a click as the lock unlocks. He will open the door, and inside is a long hallway.
And do you want me to describe it, or do you want to describe it?
Inside is a long hallway that is much longer than the wagon should be. And he will step up into it. And we'll just turn back and say, make sure you kick the dirt off your shoes. Or at least wipe them.
I don't have shoes.
Oh, well, that's good. You can describe some of it if you want. I'm sure you have some.
The skill of improvisation.
Oh,
As
okay.
Dorrick opens the door, you see a long hallway, probably about, say, like 30 feet long, 40 feet long. Nice wooden floors, like polished wooden floors with some green rugs laid down, running down the length of the hallway. On either side of the hallway, you see like kind of cabin-styled wood walls, with doors running down the side, and all these vines, brilliantly kind of like teal and green and yellowy leaves, flank the walls of the carriage. If anyone would like
Wow,
to
this
enter.
is pretty cool.
I've never seen a wagon like that. I expected it to be, you know, a wagon inside. I didn't expect all of this.
This seems impractical.
What do you mean impractical? Impractical.
Why is there a hallway?
Get your own rooms.
I love it.
I mean, if
This is pretty awesome.
yes.
There's a
Map of the
map.
wagon.
There's
I
a
will
map
say
of the wagon.
yes.
Just a map.
Oh my
Fuck yeah.
god! Hell yeah!
Yes, we designed it
Home
together.
on the road. Home on the road.
As I will say, as you enter, as soon as you step through the doorway, it feels different. Like it's like there's a slight pressure and temperature change. It's almost like you're stepping through a different sort of atmosphere. It's like the noises outside the door are just slightly muffled.
That's pretty good.
See, all the windows
Very
have this very pleasant, soft white glow coming from them. And assuming everyone enters,
Yeah.
and Dorrick closes the door behind the rest of the party, and as soon as the door is closed, the sound from outside is almost entirely silenced. There is nothing except the soft crackle of a fire somewhere.
All right. Well, make yourselves at home. This way, if we're in here, nobody will be able to spy on us through magical means.
How did you do this?
Well, I realized that I needed a place that no one can find me while I was out traveling around the city. And, well, I've already been working on my experiments concerning, well, making a bag of holding that you can breathe in. So just took that, applied it to the wagon, and well, just made the inner dimensions bigger than the outer ones.
So I feel like you're making this sound a lot easier than it probably was.
I am very much doing that for you guys. We are in where bags of holding take you. We're no
yes, I
longer.
remember.
We aren't in ISPA right now.
We aren't in Kansas anymore.
And thus, magic trying to find us or listen in on us won't be able to reach us.
I'm just gonna say it's magic, then not think about it too much.
I mean, it
I
is
think I already
magic.
have a headache coming on.
Yeah, that's
That might be from the stress of everything happening.
Maybe? I'm sure this isn't helping. It's wonderful. It is incredible. But the more I think about how you did this, and the more I think about how you did this in 1 week while also doing a lot of other things, it just makes my head hurt. So I want to stop thinking about it now.
I'm good at what I do. And once I'm focused on something, I do it.
And there's nothing
Anyway.
way.
Was that?
And there's no way this can just collapse on itself, right? You've tested it.
oh,
Can?
Don't.
Will you be
Just
safe?
don't be violent. Hey, we'll be fine.
Wait,
You'll
what
be
happens
spit
if the
out.
wagon?
What do you mean by violent?
Yeah,
Listen, we're still inside. In a way, we are still inside the wagon. The wagon is containing this little house of holding of mine. If something were to
the
happen
wagon
to,
gets destroyed.
if the wagon were to be destroyed, it's the
gets
same thing
spit
that would
out.
happen to. I have safeties in place. I'm not an idiot.
Oh,
Just
It would
checking.
just be a lot of mess that I don't want to deal with. So don't go, putting holes into the floor or seat walls.
okay.
Oh, and don't go opening the windows. They're not windows. They're just there for light.
I think my awe has mixed with fear, so I'm down to a regular level of just, don't care.
It's fine. It's fine.
good.
It's
The windows are technically filters for the astral radiation, I believe you called it.
Okay, I think
no.
we just need to stop explaining things.
You'll
Wait,
be
could you take the
fine.
filters
Getting
off?
technically. Yeah, I could technically. Will I? No, I won't. But
Just
anyway,
curious.
they're. Listen, I know I may have run away when I shouldn't have. But if you haven't noticed, I did include other rooms that could be taken. And I know there's some things I should apologize for. Some stuff that quite honestly, I won't apologize for. And some things that need explaining. Dorrick will start making. He'll get a kettle, start heating up some water for tea. And, well, where should I start? How do I say this? I am sorry for leaving you all at the Pax Tavern during that event. I just was reminded of something really bad that happened. when I tried leaving home with my husband. And so once, what happened, it was just like I was thrust back to being outside of Murrain. The night where I lost my husband. And back then I ran. When I should have just stuck around. But, just a week ago, I was thrust in a similar situation. Only I was running to and from different things. So, I am sorry for running away from all of you. Because I know you probably would have helped me do whatever I need to do to find those responsible. However, I want to apologize for leaving for the reason I did. The Daybreak Society has been so many reasons why I've been traveling. The reason I've been wandering the expanse, the reason why I met all of you was because I was looking for the Daybreak Society. We're responsible for me losing my husband. I'm not going to stop until I find every last one of them.
Well, I might just speak for myself here, but I understand your reasoning. This town has a habit of breaking up your worst enemies, and I can't be mad at a person for, taking matters into old hands and actually doing shit. But then again, I was never mad at you. So my forgiveness doesn't mean anything, because, And he kind of motions towards Emrys.
Oh.
They have a different audience.
Well, since I've been traveling with you all, I do feel that your forgiveness does mean something to me.
Well, you don't need it, because, nothing to forgive him for my part.
Alright.
You have
In the
it,
same
sure.
way,
Yes,
I felt that you had never wronged me. This was something that you had to do. I'm sure you had your reasons, and you've explained you had your reasons.
And me? Would you
It's
like,
just
to,
pointing fingers.
Anyway, so Emrys.
Emrys?
For
I think,
real.
it's your time.
I have I need to be reminded on something. I need a refresher. So Dorrick was or was not there when Anubis left?
He was not.
Dorrick left before Anubis.
Yeah, so Dorrick has no clue.
Dorrick does technically know that Anubis is no longer with the party because,
Mm-hmm.
well,
If it's not clear,
This is
Dorrick
no
has been
longer with the
spying all
party.
of you.
Dorrick has been literally
Well,
watching the party,
kinda.
but he probably doesn't know exactly why Anubis left.
Okay. So as a refresher for that night, Ember and Lawrence went and did something. Anubis and I were at the Pax Tavern, and Dorrick left, and then it blew up, right?
No, Dorrick. So you, Anubis, and Dorrick were all at the tavern when it was attacked.
Mhm.
You fended off the attack, defeated the attackers, and then Dorrick left in retribution with Leon, and then Lawrence and Ember came back, and then you guys fought Anubis, who got possessed by the demon and was abducted by said demon.
Okay. I just wanted to check.
Yes, no worries. It was a complicated day.
It was, and I'm trying to, I just wanted to clarify, like, who was there for what, because that's, like, the crux of
People
the
that were
issue.
there when Anubis left were you, Ember, and Lawrence. Yeah.
And Anubis.
Yeah, and Anubis.
Anubis,
And then Anubis
parentheses,
left shortly
it's
after.
over.
It's so over.
Oh, Emrys, what do you want to say?
Yeah, you're forgiven, I guess. I don't know. Sure.
Can I roll an insight?
And I rolled insight too.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
I'm gonna take him at his word.
Thanks, Bestie. You're so
I trust
real.
my friend.
You're so
That's a
real, Bestie.
19.
Fuck you.
That's 18.
Let me roll deception. Fuck you, people.
Yeah, go for
Where are
it.
my dice? I'm rolling it on the floor. Fuck.
On the hammock.
Oh, man.
I've been using it forever.
I'm literally halfway out of the hammock. 15.
Ah,
Don't bust yourself.
You're not deceived.
Bestie, what do they
are you
sense?
lying?
It's very clear that he's like just very tired and he does really not want to be having this conversation. And Emrys is not like directly and like persistently angry at Dorrick as much as like I don't know. He doesn't really know what to say and doesn't feel like putting the energy towards giving Dorrick a legitimate, like, genuine response, which is him just kind of being a little emo asshole, but it's very dismissive.
Yep.
It's like a half apology, but very dismissive.
Anyone could see that. But yeah,
Yeah.
Ember
I mean, I
and
think-
Dorrick, you specifically sense the tiredness, the just lack of energy to put towards this conversation.
I
Dorrick
don't
will-
mean to be that guy, but just Dorrick just poured his heart out to us in a very nice little thing.
No, he
See what
is.
you feel.
He's allowed to be upset.
I'm
He's not
not.
upset. He's just being quiet. That's not the same.
I don't really want this to be a thing right now. And it's like, what happened, and I was fucking pissed at you at the time, but I honestly just don't really have it in me to care anymore, so.
Listen, Emrys, just with our track record, in an hour we'll be fighting for our lives, doing some other dumb shit. So it's probably smart to start getting the emotions out now, so we don't have time to do it later. Trust me on this.
We did
Oh
just
my.
interrogate his father last night, who had tried to murder him.
Yes, and
I
tomorrow is
am
gonna be some
aware
other
of
shit.
that.
Just
And also the moon blow up.
Gods, so much has happened.
Yes, last
Exactly.
night sucked. We were all there. We could just move on and not make it a big deal. We have this cult shit to go over.
I
Yeah.
I managed to
Alright.
find a good amount of information in my escapades.
Right. Before we move on, though, I do want to mention, so I don't mean to bring up the past, especially if it's painful. You said you and your husband were attacked in Mirain, right?
We left my home of Gearvine to explore a bit, find inspiration. Just made something special. Didn't know what to do with it, and when you know it, right outside of our home, not even a few days away, we got attacked by the Daybreak Society. Just outside of Mirain.
I'm so sorry. And you can hate me if you want, but I can't hide this from you. I trained for the Fedoran military in Mirain, and I definitely, without meaning to, I helped the Daybreak Society in my youth.
Dorrick will cringe a little. His eyes will squint a little and just avoid making eye contact with you.
And I want you to know, I mean, I hope you know this already, but I'm doing everything in my power to try to right those wrongs because I deeply regret that time, even if those decisions were made out of fear and ignorance. They were still terribly, terribly wrong. And I'm sorry to have caused more pain for you.
I believe you. Ooh. Anything else?
Yeah, Ivray, before we were able to kill him, he tried to make his way to my reign, which we think could be a lead. So we think that may be where we'll go next.
Mirain. You want us to go to Mirain?
To be honest with you, I don't want to. I have terrible, terrible memories there. And
Me
you
too.
do as well. But if we're to stop the Daybreak Society, then that's where we need to go.
Right. Well, things go well enough. Just burn down the entire city or town, whatever.
Oh, I like this new version of you. It's a good idea.
Hey, as you said, this place just brings out the best of you, doesn't it?
Yes. It's
that'll
not a bad
be-
idea. Evacuate some people first, isn't it?
I don't know what's better, going to the same place, just an awful thing happened. It's just gonna be right there in front of us, or I'm gonna be that close to the mayor of Gearvine.
And who is the mayor of Gearvine?
A woman that you don't want to feck with, and will have my hide if she sees me.
Well, last time I met a woman like that, I died, so...
Well,
Look around her.
she's my mother, so...
Oh, shit, okay. Ooh.
That's rough.
That's rough, buddy.
Well...
Ooh, are you sure you want to go there? I think we can probably find another place in the world where the Daybreak Society is.
I will avoid going home if possible. But perhaps, well, depending on how we go there, perhaps we can go to Krobin, stop by whatever. They have a big library there, don't they?
Do I remember there being a big library in Krobin?
Yes, you do. You do remember the Grand Athenaeum is the largest library and collection of books, scrolls, knowledge, pretty much on the entire planet. Morrigan, you would also know this during your travels. That is a place of interest for song.
Oh, wait, is Morgan here? Yeah, I guess he would be.
Literally everyone is here, just like Smash.
Yeah,
Gang is
we were
here.
actually gonna go to the big library in Krobin. There's some stuff that Song wants to look up.
Ooh. And I suppose we'll probably be traveling together for a little while longer.
Maybe. I'm learning a few things. Some of the people over in the council, as thanks, are teaching me how to use teleportation circles.
Oh,
Oh, instant travel. That could be nice.
that seems useful.
Yeah, well, what the the Krobin sigil was kind of damaged a little bit by Ivray.
Well, that might have been a group effort on my part too. Perfectly honest.
Well, and I don't think they can fit your guys' wagon in the halls of the palace to get into the sigils.
I don't know.
Or just a temporary circle. I'm not sure how big those portals are.
I have no idea. I'm not a magic person.
Don't you cast spells?
Yeah, I don't know how I do it. I just do it.
Oh, okay.
It just kind of happened. I don't know. I don't study. If that's what you mean, I just kind of.
Do any of us besides Dorrick study?
Well,
I've studied before. I haven't done it
You're
in a
basically
while, though.
asking who's. Yeah, Dorrick.
Who's the
and Emrys.
kind of caster that needs to study?
I had to study magic. I didn't have enough of it to really do much when I was a child. Or in
Well-
general.
So Emrys has the wizard spell list, which doesn't
Yep,
require
so I gotta
studying,
study.
but it is study-ish. Morgaine is an artificer, so that.
Dorrick is an artificer.
Who did I say?
Morgaine.
Yeah, Morgaine's bard. So yeah, it's really only Dorrick and Emrys who really study, even though their class doesn't require them to.
If you didn't notice, whenever I use magic, I always have to use a focus. Or else my magic really doesn't do much.
Huh. Interesting.
But anyway, if we're going to Mirain, or where I do have a map open, but okay. Well, Ivray was trying to teleport away to Krobin, right?
That is true.
Yes.
Okay, that means he has allies there.
Yes. That was the reasoning of going there in the first place, I believe.
Which means most likely the Harbingers are over in that direction, perhaps, or at least one of them.
That was enough for him to feel safe to go there in emergencies. So somebody he trusts is there.
Hi.
Don't you know the names of the others harbingers?
That's right. The help of
Tactics.
yeah, with the while I was exploring the town, hunting down other members of the Daybreak Society, I managed to interrogate a few, and well, they managed to give up a few bits of information, like for the fact that the society started out in Mirain itself. They started out just hating gnolls, but of course that just grew to hate everyone that wasn't humanoid. And, well, the ones that we've been fighting here are the Eastern Branch. That formed, I don't know, a few years ago. And, well, I'm sure having Ivray gone put a bit of a dent in them. And, hang on, let me check my notes. Well, the Daybreak Society has been getting a little bit of a helping hand from these Harbingers lately. And because of help from Emrys's father and the truth zone of truth magic from, I don't know, was it Sunny? Or was it the
Yeah.
Emperor that did it?
It was Sorry, my
It
brain
was
just
sunny.
blanked. Yeah, sorry, my brain just blinked like out of character. My brain just like literally turned off. Like, okay, well.
When asked a single question.
I was like, what was even the question?
Wait, was it Sunny that cast Zone of Truth?
No,
No, it was
Lauren.
Lawrence.
I think it was
That's
Lawrence,
That's why I
yeah.
was confused.
Yeah, it was.
That's why I was like, wait, what?
It was Lawrence.
I was just smiling
was
so
just-
much when you just agreed
Figure-
to it, Yonka.
No, I was like, yeah, what? No,
Dorrick
I
was
didn't agree.
guessing.
First of all,
Dorrick,
I was trying to disagree and my brain blanked because I was confused.
Dorrick doesn't know who cast the spell. He wasn't there.
Oh, right.
But
Mhm.
yes, it was Lawrence who cast the spell.
It was sunny.
Lawrence, you would know that it was yourself.
I would hope.
So if you would like to speak up and say, "It was I!"
Sigh.
He will not speak up.
Very well.
Damn.
Right, with the help of that magic and some persuasion.
It was actually my spell. I know, yes.
Okay, well, I hope that'll be much useful in the future if we ever run into that problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, with William's help, I now have the names of the 5 harbingers of the oncoming flame.
And they are?
There's only 5 of them. Well, 4 now. There was Vega,
Yes.
who met his unfortunate end.
He's dead.
Then above him is someone called Arcturus, then Ptolemon, Canopus, and then
Anubis.
Cannabis.
Hey,
Canopus.
Weed.
what was the last dude called? Sorry.
Yeah,
And
sorry.
then at the top is someone by the name of Sirius.
Serious?
You can't be.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god, I'll post it.
Canopus.
Oh my god.
Cannabis.
It's
You
serious
heard it here
cannabis, man.
first.
It's very serious cannabis business.
Sorry, I mean, it's serious cannabis Tullyman.
You guys are insane.
It's not me, you piece of shit.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. Right.
Just the second it said cannabis, I just broke. I couldn't stop.
Oh my
I'm just
god.
imagining like a dude that looks like Shaggy but dressed in a suit and smoking a joint.
Oh my god.
Like,
I'm only using 1% of my
we gotta
pulse.
kill all the beast folks.
Scoopy has stolen my food for the last time, man.
Oh my god, my
Take
I hate D&D.
a genocidal group of cultists, like Dawn Lord worshippers, and make it about weed.
They're so silly.
It's serious, dude.
These are real names.
Stay strong.
I'm gonna mute.
I'll give. Do you guys need a minute, huh?
Oh, I'm good, I swear.
Well, I don't know who these people are, or why they have. I assume Vega isn't just the only one with a sun for a head.
I hope
But-
so.
Aside from who they are and their names, I have no idea even what they are. If my information is accurate, they've been around for 1500 years. Going all the way back to the age of darkened lanterns. So they might be quite old. Or they somehow passed the title on to another. I don't know.
If
Some-
they're that old, that raises an uncomfortable question for us. Why are they striking now?
That's a good point.
If so, we might be expecting similar strikes soon. You know, I don't think they were satisfied only blowing up the small moon.
That's an accurate concern. What was... Vegas said something before he died.
Oh shit.
The lot.
Frantically looking through session notes.
Would Dorrick have heard Vega? He was speaking pretty loudly.
Oh,
Voice
I wrote it
carried.
down. He
You
said
wrote
the
it
other
down?
harbingers of the oncoming flame will survive me.
And
Is that all you wrote down?
Yep.
he also
Excellent.
said the last astral cord has been severed.
Okay, celestial cord. Does that mean anything to anybody?
Astral cord.
Astral
What do I
cord.
know about the astral plane?
Can I have you and Emrys make Arcana checks?
Oh, it's that fucking place with the goddamn
Yes.
statues.
Hang on, let me check some of my features.
Don't worry about it.
I don't think that would apply.
I know, but I just want to check.
Okay, what kind of check?
Either nature or Arcana, for me, please.
Oh, I rolled it away too far. Is it an 18 or a 16?
Nah.
16. Moment.
Ooh,
That's an
yummy.
18.
That's a 26.
Fuck. Okay.
I have a +7 to
Dang.
Arcana.
Dorrick. Okay, we'll start off with Anubis. Not Anubis, Emrys. That'd be fucked if Anubis was here.
It would. I'd have a lot of questions.
Emrys, when you hear the words astral cord, for some reason your mind just flashes back to the time you were in the seed. And you saw that huge cord high above you snap. You don't quite know why or what it means. Dorrick, in your research and through talks with the Daybreak Society members you've tortured, kind of pieced together the fact that astral cords are what keeps all of the planes tethered in the astral sea.
Uh-oh.
Well, from what I've figured out, astral cords are what keep the planes in place.
And what does that mean?
Well, if they were severed, be kind of jumbling around and hitting into smashing into each other.
And that's bad?
That's extremely bad.
Oh.
So it would be extremely bad if one snapped.
Emrys?
That would just
It's the two of you again. Emrys and Dorrick, make a history check.
shit.
Actually, all of you can make a history check. Why the fuck?
Or
not?
can
Why?
Oh wait, Morgan.
I don't think I can. Can I?
Yes, you can. Your DC is just going to be higher.
I got a nat 1.
Okay.
Where's my
Let's go,
history?
baby. That's an 8 for me. Let's go,
That's an-
big numbers.
18 for me.
Oh, 22.
Oh, Ember. Okay. And Lawrence?
He's late.
Oh, 5. It's just not even worth
Ember
mentioning.
is
Alright.
lying about being
This
studious.
is not a
He
deception.
still want to
check.
be narc. He just want to be called narc.
Ember, you're the only one in the
Okay,
party who kind of perks up when you hear like the idea of like planes colliding, because you know that this has happened before. You've heard stories passed down through the generations of people living in the slums that it didn't always used to be like this, and what was now known as the fourth planar conjunction basically caused turmoil in the world about 154 years ago, which eventually led to the collapse of the kingdom and the creation of the Republic, which kind of led in part to the creation of the slums. And you kind of know, because you rolled excellently high, that this conjunction was the elemental plane of fire that collided.
He knows that.
I think you just gotta see Ember's
Oh,
ideas
that's what the
running.
planar conjunctions are.
Oh, that's right. The council lady. She told me there was like fires and stuff everywhere. It was... Wait, that means...
Did the Harbingers do the planet junction every time? It would make sense timeline-wise if they're old.
They've
Wait,
been around
but-
for a long time,
That's
so...
what they harboring.
Wait. But they started in the age of, what was it? Something lanterns. That's
Darkened Lanterns.
the what lanterns?
Age of Darkened Lanterns.
Right. Yes. The Age of Dark and Lanterns is after the first planar conjunction, isn't it?
History check.
I did.
You don't know. However, Ember and Dorrick, you would know that the Age of Darkened Lanterns basically started about 200 and something years before the first recorded conjunction, which is now technically known as the second conjunction because the idea is pervasive through society that the first conjunction formed the world.
Oh.
No, there's a good chance that it's them. They're creating the conjunctions.
What do they even gain from doing this?
I don't know.
What are the first symptoms of a conjunction? What are the immediate noticeable effects?
Can I still coast on my history check and know that?
Quite. The stories were basically all of the after effects. No one was really recording what happened before. You'd have to find an expert or, a library perhaps. A large library with the most amount of knowledge in the entire world. Yeah, it's been 150 years since the last one.
That's what you want us to believe.
That's exactly what I want you to believe, because this is all made up and all fantasy.
We need to know more about this.
Which means we'll need a large library. Or...
God,
What we need.
you've got to be fucking kidding me. I just realized something.
What?
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 My father said that the bands he gave me were meant to go off and ping my location when I found a, quote, important magical item.
Are you still wearing the band?
No, I'm not wearing the band. That's not the point. The point is... I know I didn't really talk about what happened with the seed, but I have a very strong feeling that it's related to the conjunctions in some way.
Well... That thing is old, like ancient civilization type magic, right?
I did see... Well... It did seem like there was something breaking at the top of it.
It could have been a relic from the first conjunction. The one that created the world.
Well... I mean... If we're going to Krobin, we can always stop by Snowtooth. And maybe even Sherrock, say hello to Kerak.
Could be
I think
nice.
that might be smart.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And... something else is bothering me.
What?
Back in Goldbrink, when we went to the house of the Amano house, remember? I found a scroll there that was extremely complicated magic that was meant to take you to the astral plane. And it's not complete, and it's way beyond my expertise at the moment, but why would a little otterfolk be trying to go to the astral plane?
Racism moments?
What?
I was about to say, you didn't have to call him little.
What?
I was more assuming that, hey, why would a person...
Microaggression.
Why would any singular race be going to the astral plane?
Why would anyone be going to the astral plane?
Then you should have said that.
I don't know, it was a little bit...
Why-
It was like, oh, that's
Why would
weird.
an outer folk from a little fishing village want to be going to the astral plane. There we go. That's what Dorrick says.
So you're saying that Otterfolk can't think big? Okay.
Oh my god, shut up! And then there's the weird stuff, other stuff we found in his basement, but I don't know.
Is that conjunction related, or is that just adventure stuff?
Perhaps it's just, I don't know if it's to do with. I mean, if there was magic there having to do with, going to the astral plane, perhaps me trying to research that sort of magic could be beneficial if you want to check what's going on in there.
Not wrong.
I'm wondering. So, there's so many directions we could go with this. So, the Daybreak Society. You said originally it was just the Western branch.
It just. Go ahead.
And I can confirm the Western branch was exclusively hunting gnolls back when I was with them. I'm wondering if maybe, since we're still trying to figure out how the beast races and the planet conjunctions are related, because it's all the same society. It's some way to reach their ultimate goal, but we don't know why. So maybe if we can, maybe we can research a little bit on gnolls, see if we can find any sort of, I don't know, relation.
Where I could, well, it would be a bit of a travel, but I could ask some of them. Actually, DM, in my time spent with the Riverpaw clan, would I have learned anything moon-related? Or astral-related?
Anything moon-related? Yes. Astral-related? Not quite. What do you want to know?
Just, they got rid of the moon? Wait, I'm trying to wrap my head around it. Lawrence, what were you asking?
So they got rid of the moon, and they also want to exterminate the beast races. Or they want to do bad stuff to the beast folk. And they also want to make planar conjunctions. And we have no clue how any of those, except for like a little bit of like the moon being kind of related to beast folk. But
Hey,
I don't know.
That's how we get, well, our curse. That's not an accent. Are you Scottish? That's how we get our curse.
That hurts.
So then, wait, and is it any of the moons?
No, it's mainly the bigger one.
Yeah, the big
The
one.
Sakana.
Hey, but
I don't know why they decided to kill Vidar.
I mean, both of them still have an effect.
Hey, yeah, but it's not a super big effect. We leave during the lunar conjunctions. We leave the cities and don't want to hurt anybody.
So then the moons give you power, and they're also, you said they gave you the curse?
Lycanthropy.
How did that happen, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't know. I just live with it.
So you just wake up one day with lycanthropy?
Sometimes you're born into it, sometimes another werewolf gives it to you as part of a ceremony. But it's different from person to person.
My husband was one of the people that was just cursed and left with it.
Hey, but the oh my god, it's like shifting into like Indian. Yeah, the big moon, Sekana. It's oh, that's the big one. The one that really controls the lycanthropy. The Ruta, it's only when they're both full. Well, it's pretty dangerous to be a werewolf.
When both Rutar and
Oh yeah,
the big one.
yeah. You lose all control over your body.
Oh no.
That's why they migrate out of the cities during that time. No one wants to be a perpetrator.
Wonder if this will have an effect on that now that the smaller moon is gone.
Hey, probably. Ironically, they probably actually stopped the hyperlycanthropy happening.
I don't know how I feel about that.
What the goal was.
It just doesn't make sense. Well, does anyone else have business in Tano? Because I would
I
like
will
to.
send a glance to Ember.
What? Why are you looking at me?
I thought you said you had business.
Oh shit, yes.
What is your business?
I might have to say goodbye to some people before we leave. Last time I left without, telling anybody. And, that probably wasn't nice of me or something.
Oh yeah. Morgan is gonna pipe up and just say like, "Oh yeah, we might stay here for a bit, but I'm sure that we'll run into you guys again." And oh yeah, we kind of forgot about Everett.
Oh, we did.
Oh jeez.
Wasn't he supposed to be alongside us?
Well, he said he was gonna go relax in some graveyard that we told him about, right?
Has he just been sitting there while all of this has been going down?
I assume. Or
He's chilling.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he does seem kind of, like a chill guy, but
He does seem like a chill guy.
yeah, we did promise him that we'd lay him to rest.
Mm-hmm. We definitely need to do that.
Dorrick is just like looking at you guys confused.
He's the ghost that we ran into in I want to say Gruntilda, but I know it's not Gruntilda.
Gruntilda?
No, from Banjo, because yeah.
She do be grunting.
Girl.
No, I think it is me, Gruntilda. I feel like that's
You should
better
just
name.
say it. You should just say it because it's funny and it's in character.
It's
That
insulting.
is true.
It's so true.
Gruntilda. That was my
Windows
sister.
simplification machine.
Oh yeah, he was the ghost of some man that Gruntilda killed, and we saw him and we told him that we put him to rest after he sorted out his business.
Alright.
He's a wonderful man. You will surely get along.
I guess that's a good thing, to be on good terms with a spirit.
Oh, it is.
Aside from that, of course I won't stop any of you, but I think it would be best to get to the out west as soon as possible.
Right then.
Morgan.
Oh yeah?
You can stay here also make sure the council enacts the things, They make sure people are treated well, right?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna definitely talk with them about stuff. I mean, we saw plenty of things going on with that big dragon lady.
It's just
And, oh yeah, that we could talk to... I mean, Maestro is technically head of the gang, but, I don't know, he seemed nice.
And
And...
you also have the head of the
God's
other
trying to
gang.
tell us.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
yeah!
true.
Echo? Is that his name? I'm thinking of someone else.
And...
I mean, that's a cool name, but I don't have an NPC named Echo.
I think.
Oh, are
I
you
just
thinking
got
of
lost on the brain.
Pancheco?
Definitely not Pancheco. I think
No,
I
you're
just
thinking
have
of
the
Maestro. Ugo. I think
Yeah,
is the
Maestro. I'm thinking of Maestro,
Ugo.
but I have the name
Go.
Maestro because I have lost
Ugo
brain.
/ Maestro, it's the
brain
same
rot.
person.
Yeah.
Oh, it's his actual name. Maestro is the
Ugo!
alias. Yes, Uko.
Not Echo.
All right. And then Sunny, the other crime
Yes,
boss.
and me.
Hello.
Hi. I'll grow into those shoes, you know.
Oh yeah, that would... I mean, there's still a huge dragon's hoard. Literally a dragon's hoard worth of gold that... Weren't you gonna take that back to the people?
Yes.
They could use it.
Yeah, I have no. It doesn't feel right for it to just sit there, you know. It should be used for something good. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would trust... I mean, you could go to the council and ask them for help, but I don't know how you feel about that. Or you could also even ask Uko. Or even the people that technically now work for you.
Oh, the fisherman.
yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna go to the council about that, but I may speak to Ugo about it.
So you plan on staying here in town?
I can't leave Tano. I can't leave it. I can't leave Callie, and well, I mean, it wouldn't make sense if I not Callie. Callie, no. Kaylee.
Callie.
Oh, Kaylee. Girl, same thing.
Oh, the girl. I thought
What is it with names tonight?
Emrys' sister.
Um,
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
She'll be your
Emrys'
second in
sister.
command.
She'll be my second in command, yeah.
Oh man, Emrys, your lineage.
You know.
What?
But you know, it wouldn't make sense for me to just gain this title and all this, you know, responsibility just to only go, you know, and I wouldn't say avoid it, but like push that onto somebody else. And plus I can't leave my cat behind. He clears his throat. So staying here seems like the best plan. As much as I would hate to be separated from Emrys again, it's for the best. And he like reaches out and gives Emrys' hand a firm squeeze, but doesn't look at him.
I haven't really decided yet. When were you guys planning on leaving?
Well, as soon as possible, but at the same time, I guess we could take time. I mean, we do need to resupply some stuff.
I think if it means there's even the chance of Emrys coming with us, I think we should take time.
Not every day we get the chance to shop in, you know, stocked city stores.
If only I had more gold.
I
You guys are
have
broke.
some.
Yeah.
The
Well, we
wine,
could
the wine,
sell a
sell it,
shit ton
sell
of
the wine.
wine, but
No, it's mine.
I'm going to
Other
drink it
cities,
every day.
you will run into kiosks on the side of the road. This will not be your only shopping opportunity.
God, I wish this was like a video game where inside of the wagon there's just like a random like guy with item, like a shopkeeper that just lives there.
Hey, you
Resident
could
Evil
hire
3,
one.
like, cloak
You could,
guy.
you could hire
I
one.
You
wish-
could hire one.
I wish
I was
this
gonna
was like a video
restock.
game where we can just
Just
walk
open
out
the
of
wrong door to some
town,
guy. My friend, you want a deal?
I have beer.
where we just walk out of town and beat the shit out of people and just magically get money.
It's not true, actually.
You know
Maybe
what I
you guys should
mean?
start doing that.
No, that's just
Maybe it
mugging.
would
That's
work. You guys just
that's
never
mugging.
tried.
A
You
grind
literally
spot.
never tried, so
Well, maybe if we sleep, they'll respawn.
yeah.
I reach into the astral sea and I pull out this magical wand. Who wants it? Actually, that's a
He's just a
fucking sick
cat.
idea for an NPC. Holy shit.
Oh, hell yeah.
He's just a cat. He's just
He's
a
just a
Khajiit.
cat.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
shows up.
All right. Note taking time. All right.
For later.
Vampire Russian.
Oh my god.
Mandrew?
Oh, shut up.
Oh,
Oh my
god.
God.
Do not bring him up.
It is not your blood. It is our blood.
Oh
Comrade.
no. I hate vampires. I hate them so much.
It's been uttered in my campaign.
Werewolves all the way.
Okay. So, what is the
You just have to
plan
be
for the
bold.
party?
I want to find that ghost.
Find that ghost. All right. Ember, you're saying goodbye to people, right?
Yeah, Emma's gonna go visit his ex-boyfriend again.
Kanan?
Yeah.
You got a couple.
Yes, that
Okay.
Yes.
Kanan who? Kanan Abel?
Good point.
Hmm?
Yes,
Sunny.
which
Oh.
Kano?
Sunny, are you staying with the party until your time to go back to the fortress? Or what you doing?
Unless like Emrys wants to go somewhere and like spend like maybe possibly Sunny, even though like Emrys doesn't have a solid plan, if he's going to stay or not, Sunny definitely does not want to waste the day and like, you know,
Of course.
Emrys does end up deciding to go, so like he wants to kind of spend it like as if it was going to be their last day, like
Yeah.
together for a while.
Everyone is gonna talk to Sunny about it before just like, yeah, I'm leaving.
Yeah, so I'm going, babe. Sorry.
Then we will follow Ember. Well, I'm assuming Morgaine is probably going to leave.
Morgan is gonna go visit the council to discuss stuff.
Okay, so will right now be the last time Morgaine is
Split
with the party for a while.
Oh.
If you guys want to get your final goodbyes in.
I ain't got him because I'll be seeing him around.
Oh, that's true.
Emrys is still like, I don't want to do any of this mood, so he'll like give Morgan a thumbs up and like a nod. It's nice to work with you.
Lawrence will give him a very back patty hug.
Oh, we love a back patty hug. Love a very meaty slap hug, you know?
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Very bro of you.
It sounds
Emma's
like
gonna
two
give
pieces
him
of
a-
bologna smacking into each other.
Oh my god.
God,
Oh,
oh.
jeez.
Oh.
Emma's just gonna
Flammy
give him a quick
hands.
handshake.
Flammy hands over here.
Ember
Emma's gonna give him a
hands-
quick
Flammy
handshake and
hands.
say, "You said some nice things while I was dead. Thank you."
Oh, yeah, no problem. And, when Morgaine and Song leave, they will take each other's hands and synchronously give a very showy bow to everyone.
Aw,
They'll both say, like,
And they
it's
do
been a pleasure.
such a stage bow.
Yes,
For
very
real.
much.
And
Thank
then
you,
they link
thank you.
hands and they swing it and then they skip. La-di-da-di-da.
Okay.
They skip
ever
out of
to
the
be
wagon.
seen again.
They
They
skip
skip
out,
out of the
actually.
wagon. Rose petals
Exit
fall
stage left.
into the sunset, even though it's 10 a.m.
No, you know what? You know what? Sunny would have told told them if to stop by if they ever need anything
course.
or just yeah. So he would assume that he would give them the location of his shop.
And
Song would actually love that because Song does like wear flowers in his hair.
Awesome. Sunny's got a bunch.
Morgan and Song skip out of the carriage in love into the streets of Tano. And the carriage.
That's gay.
That is so gay. They are so gay. And
These gay people.
thank you, Hun, for bringing Morgan as a guest character into this game.
Thank you,
It was so good.
He found his love.
He
That's
found his
okay.
love. It was so fun because I ran this campaign once before, and Morgan was a character in that party. Callback. Okay. Lawrence, you are heading where to find Mr. Everett Keenreed?
That cemetery that we left him.
The one where Ember's mom is buried.
Yes.
And you're going without Ember. Or do you guys want to go together?
Do you know where Emrys's mom is buried? Did Emrys? I mean, not Emrys. What? Ember.
Hopefully nowhere.
I also
unless you guys want to
definitely
tell me.
called Emrys Ember like 3 times.
I'm sorry,
this
Emrys.
session.
Your mother is dead. I'm sorry.
What?
Doesn't know where Ember's mom is buried, actually.
That's what I was thinking.
I think I know.
It's on the
I
way
think I know
to...
Emrys's real last name though.
Oh yeah.
What?
He's
Oh,
gonna direct. Is there
yeah.
an obituary in the newspaper to look through?
A directory?
Which cemetery?
There's last names
Yeah,
on the
directory.
gravestones. But there's
Do you
also
wanna ta-
probably a
Yeah,
ton of people buried.
Do you want to take a look? Do you
Yeah,
want to take
that's
a
what I was
look and
saying.
try and search for Ember's mom?
Yeah.
Okay. Very well. Make a investigation check for me, please.
Question for the DM.
Answer for the player.
So is there just one big cemetery in Tano?
There are a couple. There's not one big
That's
one.
what I was thinking.
This one is
Because
mainly...
I was like,
This is mainly for the poor side of the city.
okay.
Still
Yeah, that
a
makes
ton
sense.
of people.
It's not extravagant.
Yeah,
It
that's
is
what-
very packed. I don't know if that's a good word, but they're very close. The graves are close together. There's not many trees. It's
Yeah.
on a bit of a wetland area where there's reeds and you can kind of walk out into the ocean.
Oh, I love the reeds.
Yeah.
I was curious because it was when Lawrence was like, yeah, let me Lawrence, whatever. When Lawrence was like, yeah, let me just look for it on the headstone. I'm like, there's probably several grave shards. Like you
Well,
go into every single one.
This check is going to determine how long he's looking. So what was your roll?
Okay.
I rolled 18.
You don't spend very long. You use 10 minutes maybe walking up and down the gravestones, partially looking for Everett, partially looking for Ember's mom's gravestone, and eventually your eyes land on a gravestone with the name Astra Reynard on it.
Astra Reynard.
With the date of death, a year or two ago, I believe. 5 years ago. Year 149 of the Third Era.
Okay.
And when you kind of glance at it, you see a red-winged blackbird just kind of sitting on the gravestone, and as you approach it, it flies away.
I can't
Watch
do
it.
this anymore.
We'll watch it fly away.
This
And
is why Blackbird from the Beatles is on my Ember
Yeah,
playlist.
I saw that.
Oh
It's
my
so
God,
good.
Wow. Because now my heart is broken, and I'm thinking about the previous session again, and how sad it was.
You,
we've had a lot of sad sessions back to back
Oh my
to back.
God,
It's just been heavy.
my heart broke.
what do you do at the gravestone?
So at the gravestone, I will kneel down and I will pray for. You said her name was Astra?
Astra Reynard, yep.
I will pray for Astra's peace in the afterlife. And I will speak to the gravestone I wish I could have met you in life, but this'll have to do. I'm a friend of your son, Simon. It seemed like you were very special to him, so I thank you for for doing the things that made him feel that way. And I thank you for giving him comfort even in the afterlife. I'll do the best I can to try to make his life worth living in your stead.
Feel your pendant glow, heat up a comfortable amount of warmth. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Feel comforted by the words you speak.
Nice.
You kind of get up and turn around to stand up. You come face to face with the halfling ghost carrying a skeleton full of bones, Everett Keenread. Oh! Was she a special one to you?
Kind of. I've never really met her. But yes, she's special to me. Anyway, how are you doing?
Been a while.
Yeah, sorry we kind of forgot about you. The moon exploded. We were trying to stop that from happening.
Did see the moon explode. That was quite a show, I say. Now,
Oh,
it was no worry. I had a grand old time exploring the city I've never known.
I'm so glad.
I wish I could taste the, wow, that darn good shrimp. A shrimp cooked, what's it? Fried rice. I wish I could try that. A shrimp fried rice. That sounds very yummy.
Fried rice that's fried by a shrimp, right?
Indeed, indeed. But,
Mm.
no mouth. I got my bones, but no mouth, no stomach, no
Mm.
no taste buds.
Maybe if I, like, hold it under your nose for a little bit, it'll...
Ah, you see,
Do
boy,
something?
I got no lungs anymore either.
That'll be a problem.
Ah, it's a big one. It's a big one.
Mm.
What? I think these old bones are ready to be set to bed.
Alrighty then. Is there any particular way you'd like to do this?
Now, boy, I don't know, actually. I've never done this myself. Never done it
Neither.
before in my entire life. Or after my
minute.
life, actually.
I might actually figure it. Wait. I think I might know what to do. Maybe. Let me check. Let me
you
think
have,
on what
you-
spells I can cast.
I think ceremony would be the perfect one. If you even...
I know. I'm
if-
pretty sure I have ceremony as a ritual. Right?
If you have it as a ritual...
No,
even if
that's
you...
gentle repose.
You could... Gentle repose could work. That could work.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So if you want to do
Okay.
start up a ritual of gentle repose, well, you're actually going to need to dig a hole first.
I will find a spot that's not too crowded and dig a hole.
There is a spot opposite the kind of pathway of Ember's mom.
Fuck yeah. I think I also have a shovel in my inventory. This is perfect.
Like, I love when people just have random bits and bobs in their inventory that become useful. So, you dig a hole. Since you have a shovel, I'm not going to make you roll for it. You're a strapping young boy. It's probably an hour and a half to 2 hours of digging a hole. It doesn't need to be big. This is a halfling, and his bones can be a pile. Well, that's a swell hole you dig there. I believe this will be a nice gravestone for me.
Only the best.
Only the best. So, this is it, huh?
It is. And I hope this brings you comfort. If it doesn't, I'm still gonna say it anyway. I have this little necklace that I wear. I call it the Necklace of Remembrance. And I believe I already put your name in here when we first met because you were already dead and all. And it will remain in there.
That's a swell little necklace you got there.
Thank you. I'll make sure that you'll remember, at least by one.
Well, I will remember your party and all of the people you've helped through, well, I guess we'll see what the afterlife is. Hey?
I guess we will.
Thank you. Thank you, Lawrence.
It's been a pleasure.
He's gonna kind of let out a sigh with no air and lay down in the hole, cross his arms, and close his eyes and just kind of start humming a tune. It sounds like a jaunty, kind of a two-step marching tune.
As he marches, I will begin, or not marches, but as he sings the tune, I will begin to cast Gentle Repose as ritual.
Spend the 10 minutes kind of halfway chanting, halfway just remembering, this strange spirit that you happened upon, who died in a war that you weren't even born for, and who didn't quite help your party much, but was a voice to listen to.
He was a fantastic emotional support.
Just a guy.
Just a guy. And as you, over the 10 minutes, you see the outline of his spirit start to waver, start to get less distinct, start fading in and out. And when you finish, completely gone. There's just an arrangement of bones in the ground.
In silence, I will bury the bones and do my best to place a gravestone that says his name, Everett Keenread.
Keenread, Scald of the Sturdy Fern Rebels. Do so. At this point, you see the sun has dipped lower in the sky, and you know that you probably only have 3 hours until sunset.
I'll sit there until there's 2 more hours until sunset, and then I will make my way back.
Take a short rest if you need it. And, Blackbird returns. Lands on the hastily constructed gravestone for Everett Keenread and drops a small dandelion on the ground in front of it.
What a guy. What a stand-up dude.
That's a real bro.
Ember Delight, you are on your way to
Yes.
meet with your ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
Ex-boyfriend of 3 days, I believe.
3 days. You're
Free
so real
time.
for that, Emperor.
Still counts.
Down the crowded and dirty streets, piss-stained roads with ale and other stuff.
Bessie.
The slums are not pretty.
I know, but
I cannot express how much it smells like piss in this city.
You cannot express
No,
how much
yeah.
it smells like
you
New
don't
Orleans
need
in
to
this city.
express.
The most
You do
important
not
part of all
need
this
to.
is
Like-
you need to know about the smell.
To many people,
It's
it smells of
stench.
piss. To Ember, it smells of home.
Of the smell of piss in the morning.
Yeah. You walk down the streets. You see the familiar boarded wooden building of the clinic where Kanan Wilson operates out of. And you see the Goliath man with the light blue shirt and kind of tattered khaki overalls. Looks like he's kind of talking to a patient right now. A older adolescent dragonborn boy with a he's got let's say, brass scales, except like his whole arm is completely like soot stained and blackened.
I'm just kind of gonna walk in and observe and go. So, seems that everybody got out last night unscathed, I assume.
With you in a sec. It's you.
Wells.
I'd still be with you in a second, but I'm glad you
Alright.
showed your face. Now, don't. What have we learned? Don't sneeze into my hand, or else I'll burn it again. Very well. That's very good.
And we're just gonna go. Remember, kid, sneeze into other kids' hands. Okay.
No, don't do
Good.
that.
Run along
Actually,
now. Good kid. Good kid.
Fucking lord.
and the kid with a little baggie of what looks like some sort of natural salt runs out of the clinic.
Yeah, he's gonna be fine.
I don't tend too many Dragonborn. Their fiery ones are a handful sometimes. So, what brings you around here?
Still alive. The whole city didn't get destroyed, so you're welcome.
Be that, yes. The event of last night, I stayed up for it, and there was a show.
Yeah.
What happened?
Oof. So, parts of the Tano government and the castle decided to enact some sort of ancient doomsday prophecy that was also kind of racist against beast folk.
It's new.
So they blew up the moon, and then me and some friends killed most of them. And now we're going out to hunt the rest of these people before they can do the end of the world or something along those lines. It's not clear yet.
So, you're leaving. Again.
Yes. And I didn't want to do it without saying goodbye.
I can tell that. That's... Good job.
Thank you. I'm growing.
You're leaving.
I'm not sure. Soon-ish? We have business to attend to, so it might be... I don't know, later today, tomorrow, day after, I'm not sure. Soon.
So this could be a final goodbye.
Probably.
If you decide to come back.
I'm not in a hurry to return to this town. No offense.
Yeah, what's in my chopped liver to you?
Really? I mean, it's not.
I
Let's
have
not
to.
do this.
I have to.
Let's end on a nice note, okay? This time.
It's time. Yeah, there hasn't been many nice notes with you. But
Well,
we're starting.
there was some good times. Let's not, no.
Yeah, there were some
Let's
good
go.
times when you... I shan't say.
Some things are not for public consumption. I get a little more about it.
I would offer supplies for your travels, but you cleaned me out yesterday.
That's unfortunate, because yeah, we'll find supplies. It's not like we're flat broke or anything.
Where are you headed to?
We're heading to... Give me a second, let me remember the name.
I have the map up on stream if you need it.
Oh, yes. We're headed to... Kroben. I say it with confidence.
That's a big adventuring town. I'm sure they'll have a lot of medical supplies.
Yes, we're mostly going there for the library and possibly the evil cult.
Well, look out for any of my medical journals I've submitted to them. See if they actually bothered to publish them.
Oh, yes, I will. Yeah. Move them up a bit so they get into the high prestige section.
Thank you.
There are upsides to knowing me. Not many, but there are upsides.
Say this. Interesting events follow you wherever you go. If that's an upside, so be it.
Yeah,
We
they
live
do.
in interesting times.
I'm
So
an
if this
attractive
is
fellow. Sometimes I attract danger. What can I say?
hopefully they have as good of a medical practitioner in Krobin as they do here.
Probably not as handsome, but I'll make do.
No one's as handsome as me.
Unfortunately, very true.
So, if this is final goodbye, a hug.
Hug.
He's gonna open his arms a little bit.
But just kind of awkwardly goes into the hug.
Make a strength saving throw.
Whoa! Whoa!
Whoa!
Whoa! Why would you hug your ex? You know you're gonna die.
And then
Nine?
he suplexes you.
9.
Please throw him
He
into the table.
suplexes you.
The large Goliath man picks you up easily and squeezes you really tight, and you feel the vertebrae in your back crack.
Oh,
Is he gonna die a second time?
Not like he's snapping your
Movie.
spine. He's more like,
Is
getting.
it
Something
a
your back.
good one?
Yeah, it's a good one.
Okay.
It's like popping. It's
terrifying.
like cracking your knuckles, like popping
Chiro-
air bubbles in the.
unlicensed chiropractor.
I am very licensed.
Okay, put me down now. Put me down now, please. Oh, okay.
He's got like 6 different chiropractor licenses.
I issue them all.
I'm gonna let you get away with that because that was cute. But
Don't really have an
never
option.
again.
Well, it depends if I see you again.
I have a way of always surviving. Talent.
Indeed. Somehow. Well, if I don't see you, I have a feeling I'll hear from you eventually, right? You'll write letters, right?
I will. I'll ride home.
Keep you to that.
And it's possible that soon Sonny might be rolling into this area of town, and let's say he might have resources that's going to be helpful.
Who's Sonny? Oh,
Sunflower, small kobold.
the yellow kobold. Yes, the one that was traveling with you.
He might roll into this area with some resources that could be helpful to the area. Try to help him. He might need it.
Is that right?
Yes.
Keep an eye out. Thank you.
Goodbye now, until we see each other again.
Till next time.
Till next time. But turns around and leaves.
Closes behind you with a thunk. You're back on the dirty streets of New Tano.
Emma just gonna do it like the brief and goes, I hate this place. Just walk off.
Around the corner, you see a familiar brass dragonborn child kind of chasing after another group of children, spouting fire from his breath. They're all screaming.
I'm so proud.
I think I did call him an older adolescent. I think I meant like an older like child, like 10 years old or something. Yeah. Okay. Ember and Lawrence, you both notice the sun has dipped further to the horizon. Emrys and Sunny, what are you doing?
I don't know about wife, but I like to think they went to their like little pier spot.
Yeah.
That they went to their little pier spot.
I went to their secret pier.
You go to the
And I
pier.
feel like
We
Oh,
went
sorry, go
somewhere
ahead,
only
go
they
ahead.
know.
no, you go, you go.
Yeah, you go to the pier, and you look at the area where the water kind of swirls around the poles of wood that stick in deep into the bay, and you see
Pilings.
what?
The pilings.
Yes, the
Oh
pilings.
my god, what a nerd!
I'm just
Nerd.
helping him.
Oh,
Oh my god.
And you see a handful of very large fish that Emrys you would recognize as tarpon.
Let's go.
yes,
Let's go.
Tarpon time, let's go.
You know, their silvery scales kind of glint when they come up out of the water. The sunlight glints off of them, and assuming you might have a habit of feeding them, perhaps you probably brought food that is sold at one of the many kiosks near the piers, so you can feed them if you so want to.
I'd be like, Bessie, I know you get a shit ton of pinfish you didn't use. I will buy some.
They don't even need to sell it to you; they just give it to
All
you.
up in there. Oh yeah,
They just give you
big
like
fish, middle of the day. That should just gotta get thrown out.
Exactly, and it's kind of also they offer some like fish innards and like the chum of or the entrails of after butchering the fish. It's not butchering. What is it called? Filleting.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, they offer you that for no price at all either.
I don't know how Sunny reacts to it, but Emrys is like, yep, I'm all up in there.
Sunny, if you're all up in there feeding the fish, Sunny's gonna just like sit at the pier and just watch you from afar because he doesn't fuck with the dolphin.
Sitting on the pier, or do you have your little spot underneath the pier?
I like to think it's under.
Yeah,
think
it's
it's-
Whole pier's
under.
ours.
In some of the art, I think was you two.
It
under
was
the
my
pier.
art.
It's under, and we'll say that Sunny is like on the beach, and Emrys is like weighted out a little, like still
Absolutely.
conversation
Yeah,
distance.
It's a rocky beach.
Mhm.
There is some sand. It's probably half rock, half sand. And Sunny, you kind of watch your lovely boyfriend / husband. I don't know which one it is. I think it's husband.
It's complicated.
It's
Not yet.
complicated.
Yeah.
Your lover weighed out with
Boyfriend, husband to
Guy
be.
lover.
watch him wade out into the. By now, it's probably chest deep water for him,
Oh
and
God.
start kind of feeding the fishies, who recognize
in
him
there.
and kind of swirl around his legs and chest. And for a moment, life is really good. You don't have to think about your new responsibilities as the Claw of Tano. You don't have to think about where he might be heading off to, where there might be dangers. It's just what life used to be like many months ago. It's nice. Stay feeding the fishies.
I know we're at time already.
Fine.
Okay.
I know sometimes we can go to 9:30. Is that one of these days today, or?
I'm good for like 9:15.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good for that. I can do that.
9:15 works.
Okay.
Honestly, I think if we wrap this up, there's nothing else that you guys want to do in Tano. So if you wrap it up, you guys can start heading out.
Mhm.
After a while of like, I'd imagine they're both pretty quiet. Emrys will just break the silence and like kind of turn to Sunny and just across the water be like, if you asked me to, I would stay.
God, Emrys, you know I'm gonna ask you to stay. I don't want you to go. But I can't, you know, I need it to be your decision. I don't want it to be mine. And like Sonny's wiping his face. He's trying not to cry, but it's very hard.
I don't really know what to do anymore, if I'm being honest.
I mean, that's not anything new. We don't. Nobody really knows what to do. I think it's just, what do you feel like you should do? Because I'll be fine. I'll be a. I I I will try to be okay without you. You know I'm not going to be. It's hard saying goodbyes. But I, he just kind of sighs. I don't know, Emrys.
I've always felt like I knew what I was doing. I always had a plan and a path, and now I really do want to stay. I do. I'm just. I don't know what to do with all of this. I know exactly where my father is. I know how I've learned how little he cares for me, how little I suppose he ever cared for me. And I can't help but feel like some part of me is still all the way back in Sheerrock. The second before that bullet ripped through my chest and I saw the seal with his name, I have this feeling, this anger, and in this, it's so ugly, and I hate that it's mine. I feel like someone handed it to me, and I don't want it. I don't know where to put it down. I don't know how to put it down. I know this feeling will pass. Everything passes, but it's so heavy, and I worry that if I stay here, I will never know where to put it down. If I keep seeing the district on the horizon, it will swallow me. And I don't like the person it's making me become. I don't like how I feel. And it really pains me to think about leaving when I just got back. And I feel like there's more here than I have ever had before. But I feel like I have to go. At least for a little bit. I'm sorry.
Emrys, you don't have to be sorry. I know it's hard, those emotions. And it's completely understandable that you don't want to be here where you could keep feeling it so intensely. I mean, I wouldn't blame you. I would do the same thing. I'm not going to be hurt if you go. You know me. I'm just gonna I'm gonna be sad for a little bit, and then I will be okay. It just takes time. I also do think it's important that you feel these emotions. That it's okay to feel that way. So don't try to bottle it up in any way or, push it aside for later. I think he kind of stands up and heads over to the water. He doesn't get in the water. Doesn't want to get wet.
Water is
Um,
also freezing, by the way.
oh yeah, no,
Emrys
hell
will
no, he
like
doesn't get in that
wade
water.
closer when Sunny approaches the water too.
Um, I think you need to put time aside for you to feel those emotions. Don't do what you usually do. And he kind of like does a little chuckle and wipes his face a bit more. I support you in any decision you make. So if you need to go, you need to go. Just make sure you keep writing. It sounds really bad, but I just get so worried when I don't get anything back. Or just even a little message would be nice. Just something, anything.
Of course, I have reached now, and I can show her where our porch is, and maybe we can set up something there. That way, you won't even have to worry about going anywhere for the letters. I just feel like I don't even think I can say a part of me was broken because I've got to figure out what I want to do, and like, I don't know how to describe it, but I feel like a lot of what I had imagined myself, like who I imagined myself being, has always been for my family, and I don't regret that, and I still don't regret that, but I don't know.
No, you don't. I understand. I get it. Can you come out of the water? I don't want to go in.
Yeah. Emrys will get out of the water, and he'll like rinse his hands off in the like shallow bit.
Oh yeah, they're covered in like fish guts.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say they're covered, but they're smelly.
Sunny does like pull Emrys. I was about to say Ember. It's like, what the fuck?
What am I doing now?
Into like a tight hold and just kind of rests his like head on top of Emrys's. Holds him quietly for a little bit. Just, oh God, you smell.
Oh, you should have. Well, I'm glad you didn't see what our party was like halfway through Shiva. You'd be surprised how
Yeah,
many inns only have one bathroom.
oh gosh. Have you figured out how you're gonna tell your sister?
Not fully. I mean, we're always very honest with each other, and she's not stupid. She knows that I was only. Well, I don't know. I'll tell her tonight before I get anything too packed and ready. But
That sounds like a good plan.
I'm also just. I need to apologize to the whole party. And just in general, there was a lot of things I didn't write about. Not like overwhelmingly bad or important, but well, you know, Emma and I haven't gotten along for the longest time, and to be quite honest, I haven't been exceedingly friendly with either Lawrence or Dorrick, which isn't really their fault. I just don't. I've been a bit more professional than I need to be, I guess. I think we've traveled too long to not be friendly.
Yeah, of course. I was a bit worried at first. I thought maybe you would have a really hard time warming up to the party. I'm glad that it seems like you guys are closer. I know, especially after all these events that happened.
My upbringing is showing. I really do like them. I do. I don't know how to have a relationship with people.
Mm-hmm. I know a thing or two about that, I think.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Mm-hmm. You'll be fine.
Well, I am not really a noble in practice anymore, so it's time to learn
Be
how to
normal. Mm-hmm.
be normal.
I'm sure you got it. I mean, you're a bit weird, but I think it works.
Hopefully the good, eccentric, enjoyable, charming amount of weird.
He kind of just like he doesn't he doesn't he's just no comment.
This is nice.
I wish we could stay here for long. You know what? Maybe you should just stay. No, you know, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Don't tempt me, please.
It's very hard not to just, I don't know, maybe just tie you into one of the chairs in the living room. Make sure you don't leave with your party.
Oh?
I'm just thinking about it.
Unfortunately, I do think that they would come looking for me. Unfortunately for me. In a good way.
Well, that's a good sign. That means they care about you, so.
I meant the unfortunate in my being tied up way, but.
Yeah. I think it's getting late, and I don't like my boyfriend to smell like fish as I'm holding him.
Well,
Maybe we go
more
back?
often. Yeah.
Guys, kind of finish up your time on the beach, watch the sun go down a little bit, and we'll say for brevity and for the sake of plot, you kind of cross paths with Lawrence and Ember as they finish up their errands, and probably let them know that you guys are going to be ready to leave tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sonya hides his face the entire time. His face is like disgusting, sobby, like red.
That entire scene, God.
I hope you know, I was channeling my inner, like, before I left for Germany, I was like channeling that in just.
Yeah, I swear to God, it sounded like your voice was quivering for some parts.
I was quivering because I was sad, and it reminded me of when I was gonna go to Germany. Like, I don't think you guys know, but like, is it okay if I tell it, wifey?
Yes, you could say it.
The entire, like, when I got close to dropping like them off home, I just like kind of like silently held out my hand, and we kind of quietly held hands in the quiet dark car until I dropped them off. And then, like, then we both just kind of sobbed uncontrollably and like held each other for like
It was
20
so
minutes.
bad.
So
And it was
was
really
so
bad.
This was before we started dating, and you know the pining was absolutely rancid when we were
It
holding
was
hands in a
awful.
car at night, silently crying. Straight people don't do that.
you want me to add even more heavy stuff to this? An
Yeah.
That's in the
idea
bucket list.
that so how reach works is that you draw a symbol on a card and then show her that symbol and she will fly to that location. There's symbols for major cities, so you could draw a symbol for Sunny's doorstep. You can make it whatever you want it to be.
Oh my god! Please,
can
I'm
make it
already
like a little,
crying.
as long as it's something
Jeez.
simple a bird can understand, like a heart or a
Yeah.
sunflower.
Like an iconic symbol, yeah.
Yes. If you,
Oh, my face is so wet.
Yeah, they go
I'm-
home then. They go home and then they plan the symbol.
Oh my god. I fucking hate her here.
with that closing, and the sun kind of kissing the horizon now, everyone heads back for a change of a day. Whereas the past few days have been pretty bad, this is probably the first good day that you guys have had in a while. I'm assuming Dorrick probably lets whomever wants to sleep in the carriage, in the wagon, if they would like. Otherwise,
I'm
can sleep in the tavern.
absolutely sleeping in there.
Oh, same.
Dorrick
Wow.
is very much
Damn.
hiding that he is excited.
Wait, what
that
rooms do you guys take? Wait, what?
Yeah.
That means I get left with. What room do I get left with?
do you guys? I have the layout on
The
screen
one
now.
with the bear mat,
want
of
the one
course.
not in
That's
that
the one
top
that's
right.
yours.
I was
Well,
about to
Dorrick's,
say, is the big bear room, is that Dorrick's room? Or is that
That's-
up for
That
grabs?
is Dorrick's room. He gets the biggest
Why-
room. He made
Now,
it.
why is his room slightly bigger than the rest?
Yeah.
it's he has a
Yes.
workshop in it.
And he also needs a place to keep the large mechanical werewolf.
Okay. Keep him in the
Emma's
Let's
gonna
play
living
some card
take
room.
the
game.
second room to the right.
No, you cannot keep him in the living room. I'll wake up in the middle of the night to get some water and shit myself.
Yeah.
Just remember,
I
Second
think.
room to the right.
Oh, you know what would have been cute?
yeah,
If it,
this
if it was a bigger
There
bed.
we are. In case
Uh,
somebody breaks in, Emma wants to be the second person they get to.
You, second person.
Okay.
You know,
So for reference, the front door has an arcane lock on it.
it's breaking.
Yeah, everyone basically
Did you know
has magical permission to enter. If any of you try to open the door, it'll glow like green and click open for you. Anyone else? No, it will glow red
Hell yeah.
and will activate the defense system.
Switch. Well, we'll decide that when you actually get to the caravan. But I believe
I'm just glad that I didn't get Ember's spot because that's my least favorite spot.
this concludes tonight's D&D session. That's where we'll end off.
God
Holy
damn.
shit.
damn,
Thank you,
Uh,
everyone. That was
damn.
phenomenal. Everyone got a chance to be emotionally involved.
Yeah.
And I want
Mhm.
everyone to send a special thank you to Yonka for being a guest character for nearly 15 sessions.
Yeah.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you
That's okay, guys. I'm joining the party. I'm gonna abandon everybody. Join the party.
Where's
So-
your mean
You know,
girl
be
character
cursed.
bringing in, Yonka?
What would
You
be
know, be
cursed?
cursed.
What's your
Is
mean girl
Sunny
character you're bringing in
also
there?
sent letters to the other people?
No, he definitely would.
I feel like Lauren's Sunny pen pals would be a very real thing.
I was just
Yeah.
thinking that.
I was thinking that too. I'm glad that we all three had the same
Just Lawrence
idea.
was like one day is like, man, I miss Sunny. and then
Dorrick is gonna make Sunny
write a letter,
Dorrick's
my
gonna-
guy.
Dorrick is gonna make Sunny a gun to keep under his
Gun?
counter.
Gun?
It's like,
No, it's okay.
here,
He's a
I don't know if
cat.
I
She's
can send that through the
feisty.
mail. I don't know if I
as
can
a
send that through the mail.
gift.
As a
Emrys
gift.
I'm sure a
is gonna
bird
write something on
would
a
carry
letter.
that.
All it says every time is just Emrys is being a bitch. Send.
No, I think as soon as like Sunny found out about like the gun, like Emrys never told Sunny about the gunshot, the seed, like
No.
dying. Like
No.
immediately after that, like he definitely gets like a second update letter from Lawrence, like of what really happened. Like if he doesn't feel like there's things being what is it, like left out in the letter, yeah, he definitely,
I feel
like other than
He
like
feels
being
like
penthouse
Lawrence
Lawrence
gives the
would
whole truth.
yeah,
Yeah,
Lawrence,
half
you
of
would
the-
never lie to me, would
half
you?
of the letter is, oh my gosh, thank you, Lawrence. Emrys did not say any of this shit. I'm gonna go bully him. Also, how's it going with the Emperor? How's it
Yeah, you
going?
guys are like, if you guys like,
We will
And then-
become
and then-
the best pen pal. We will become pen pal besties.
And then
No, for real,
Ember gets one
now I'm
single
legitimately
letter.
going to write letters to you, Lawrence. I hope you know that. I mean, Lawrence Connor.
Yes.
Like, I'm gonna
Ember
send it
gets
to the
one
center.
single letter that's just like, for the love of God, just sleep with him already.
Oh my god.
Please.
Holy shit, guys. I especially loved you guys finding all the connections that I've laid out for you while you guys were discussing things in the little carriage.
Yeah, I felt
Goodness
really galaxy
gracious.
brainy today.
Yeah.
Accidentally. I was like, wait a second.
Guys,
Connecting the whole like convergences with the harbingers, that was a conjunction.
I have been waiting. I've been
With the
waiting
Harbingers.
for Emrys to make the conjunction or the fucking
Connection.
Connection.
I'm a little
What's your
stupid. I'm a little stupid. I'll be for real with you.
The
I had an
connection
aha moment with that, where it's like, ooh, that's a thing.
And when you guys get to
Yeah,
the
as
live,
soon as I heard like conjunction, I was like, harbingers conjunction. Oh shit!
yeah, there you go.
I can't believe Ember of all people got this.
Hey, that's how the dice roll.
Exactly.
You guys will
Man
learn
has
a
never read a
lot.
book in his life.
You guys will learn a lot more when you get to the library in Crobin. Crobin is probably one of my also one of my favorite cities I've designed because Lawrence Connor helped design it.
Oh my god!
Connor.
Yeah, I did.
So, thank you, everyone. I can't wait to get back on the road with y'all and throw some cool traveling.
Say you don't want to be with me
engagements.
anymore. You don't want to be in the session
Oh
anymore.
my god!
Hey.
Yeah, we finished the Tano arc. I
You
just
guys
realized.
have
Yeah.
It's
you guys
over.
pretty much wrapped up the Tano arc for the past
Oh my god.
year in real time about, and
Oh my god.
a week
That's crazy.
a week in
Oh
game.
gosh.
Holy Jesus.
Guys, we slayed. We slayed so hard.
We did slay.
Thank you for
So
engaging with
hard.
my world. Thank you for being so in character. It blows my mind how lucky I am to have a group like y'all. So
No.
And we're so lucky to have you as our DM.
Yes.
Thank you, thank
You're
you.
also nice enough to do a little comedy bit on a guy whose name sounds like cannabis.
Yeah.
Actually,
We're not getting
I
into
can't
that.
get
So,
the image out of my
also,
head.
thank you, spectators here and who have left us. Thank you for spectating and engaging with us. It's
Guys,
dinner
you're
time.
no longer with us. Sounds like you're dead.
We've had some pop in and leave. So, thank you,
Yeah.
everyone, and good night. Sleep well.
Night, homies.
As my first thing as the Claw of Tano, I need to expend some funds on top surgery.
Yeah, DM me what you're actually doing.
Thank you.